Well, hello and good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. And we are going to be driving a Double Fairlie from Dinas to Carnarvon. I've paused the scenario just while we get started. I hope everybody's okay today. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream today, but I figured because my job got cancelled, I might as well. So, let me get myself a cold one out the fridge. And let us set the situation up and let everybody know what's going on. So I hope everybody's well. Before we do start properly, I just want to apologise to everybody for the stream. Was it last week or the week before? On the Wednesday, which was going to be the Union Pacific 844 up the Sherman Hill. I had to cancel that due to family reasons. So, so I've been at home for a while. Luckily, it was a storm in a teacup. Nothing bad happened. But I did have to go home. So, without any further ado, yes, Pendennis, I wasn't planning to do a live stream tonight, so that's why it was unplanned. So, Sam Stevenson says you said the first live stream would be on Thursday. I lied. Yeah, I wasn't planning to do one tonight. Feel free to join me. So I should have read that note then. I'll use the live stream. Please allow passengers to board before we start. We'll need to stop at Bontnewydd to pick up shoppers. So, let's unpause the game and press the T button. And we'll do some shoveling. And we'll let all the happy invisible people get on board me train. So, for those of you who haven't yet downloaded this route and this pack, get on uktrainsim.com, get yourself an account, and get it downloaded. It's free, and it is actually, for a piece of free DLC, it is absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. Let's. So we're going to be doing these scenarios. There are 4 scenarios, so it is quite a long run. I think it's each scenario is like 50 minutes or something. So we'll see how it goes. Hello, Terry. Hello. Nathan is saying, when is Hannah expecting? Yeah, so Nathan has just finally caught up on the news that my wife is expecting our first... My God, that was loud. I don't know whether you guys heard that, but that was the most insanely loud whistle I've ever heard in my life. So, off we go then. Double Fairlie. I'm fairly certain. I regret nothing. So we're heading out from Dinas. I believe this is like one of the rolling stock overhaul places of the Welsh Highland Railway. I know there's the main loco workshops at Boston Lodge, but yeah. Pendennis has already got the route, yes, very good. And he's going to drive the Welsh Highland Railway Garrett. Nice, that is a nice loco. So we'll notch her up just a bit. I'm probably going, double the speed limit out of the yard, but hey ho. So we got to head to Bontnewydd, wherever that is. So as you can tell, this is a piece of free DLC. You don't buy it. Of course you don't buy it if it's free. It's available to download from UK Train Sim. We're going to head on towards Carnarvon. Refurbish Coming. You haven't watched this dude in like a year. I'm assuming that you mean you haven't watched my channel for a year. Well, welcome back if that's the case. We just hit a gradient, 1 in 58, so I have a feeling we'll be doing some braking in a moment. Yes, we will. Can everybody hear me alright? Nobody's actually said anything yet, so we'll see if you can actually hear me. So this part of the route is the new section of the Welsh Highland Railway, I think, that the original Welsh Highland Railway, when it was open, only ran as far as Dinas, which is the station we just departed from. And as you can see from the cycle path that's sitting on the side of the track here, this was part of the standard gauge route, which was LNWR, I want to say. Yep, Terry Bartlett can hear me, excellent. Thomas Palmer says the Welsh Highland should try and merge the narrow gauge with standard gauge and do their galas, and do standard gauge shuttles between Dinas and Carnarvon. Well, it would be quite... That's what I was just explaining, Thomas Palmer, actually, was that this part of the line was originally standard gauge. But you make quite an interesting point there. What if they relayed pretty much like broad gauge style track, but standard and narrow, and then you could run standard gauge from Carnarvon to Dinas, which would be authentic. There we are. Nathan seems to want to find names for my unborn child. Trust me, dude. I will not even have a say in my child's name, so I don't think you will. Hannah's already got that covered. Now this is Bontnewydd Station, so we need to stop here. Apparently there's shoppers here, although they don't look very shoppy to me. So we'll give it some breakage. I'm pressing the T key and nothing is happening. So you're saying pick up passengers from Bontnewydd, but yeah, nothing's actually happening. Don't tell me this is going to be where we find out the scenario is actually broken. Let's move forward just a little bit, see if that helps. If you tell me that the scenario is broken, I'm going to go mad. Let's just stop it there, see what happens. Nope. Yep, the scenario's broke. Excellent. That is what I like to hear. Ah, okay. Now it seemed to work. You got to be stopped in exactly the right place. Another one of those weird little things about train sim that really bugs me for no reason. Like, what was the point in that? But hey ho, it is what it is. At least we were able to pick them up. Right then. So let's have a look at the chat. We got 33 people watching. So James Smith is going to the Llanberis Lake Railway soon. That's quite a decent little railway, actually. Guard's whistle. Off we go. My laptop is feeling particularly hot already, which is not good. So I've just stuck the additional fan on for a few minutes. So if you're hearing, it is very exceptionally warm in the room that I'm in right now. So it might be possible. It might very well be that my laptop's going to overheat today, because there is an awful lot of heat coming out of it right now. What is the speed limit here? 15. Let's slow down a little bit. Next stop is Carnarvon in 1.48 miles. It almost feels like the handbrake is on. Look at that, it turns out it is, that's why. I was wondering why we were going slow. There we go. So we've probably got wheel flats now. Finley Rude is asking about some Hitachi train. I've no idea what you're on about. Hitachi don't really do modern stuff, to be honest. Let's reduce the speed just a touch. Stevie Plays says Reese. Well, Stevie Plays, Reese says yes. Vector Brony not helped it being a hot day. You have a hot laptop. Yeah, I don't know why it's so warm, but hopefully it won't overheat, but we'll see. It might very well. I do have like 3 fans on right now in this room because it's so warm. We've got a 5-mile-an-hour stretch coming up. Truck boy, hello truck boy. Where's this 5 miles an hour zone? Not far. You use the opportunity to inject a bit of water. Brakes off. Misael Herrera says about Peter Fonda. Yeah, that was a tragedy, unfortunately. The 50 Basher is saying about the Steam Sound Supreme sound pack. Yeah, I believe that they are working on some form of sound pack for this route, for the narrow gauge locos. It's unfortunately about a lot of the narrow gauge stuff in Train Sim is that the sounds that we've got for it are generally a bit potato. Reduce into 5 miles an hour for the crossing. Check me out actually following procedures for once. My god, what is going on with me? Is that the Steam Sound Supreme Black 5 whistle on the Double Fairlie? I have no idea about that, if I'm honest. Could be. It's not the worst whistle. There are 2 whistles. You press B and you get the little light whistle. Off we go. Back to line speed. So how is everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing alright. Going down a steep hill again, 1 in 64 down towards Carnarvon. Let's just do some breakage. Something which I would love to have a go at, because I haven't made a route for a long time, but I would want to see a few more assets being released for narrow gauge stuff. I'd love to have a go at making a narrow gauge route, but oh, well, we got a bridge missing, as it turns out. We're flying through the air. Oh dear, I don't know what asset that is missing, but oh well. Yeah, I'd love to have a go at making a narrow gauge route, but I would want to make it in such a way so it's like Vale of Rydal main line. So North Wales narrow gauge, but utilising the Great Western Vale of Rydal locos, but you know, double track main line type deal. It would be amazing. But who knows? Maybe I'll try making a route again one day. Misael, it's my day off. Oh, that's good, Misael. Nice. I was supposed to be working today, but my job got cancelled, so I'm not. Which is a bit annoying. I would rather be working today, if I'm honest. So I probably should mention right now that I'm back in Hull for the next week, a couple of weeks. So after that, my availability for live streaming will be hampered. Because I am, well, me and my wife are expecting our first child in, when is it? Late October, early November. it might come a bit earlier than that. We'll have to wait and see what the doctors say, but at the moment that's when we're expecting, so I can't imagine I'm going to be live streaming as much as I am now. I do hope that I'll be able to do live streams and stuff, but it's going to be limited compared to what it has been. That's why I've added lots of events in the coming weeks, so that we get lots of stream time before I do have to shoot off. The German narrow gauge route is the Presnitz-Stelbahn. That's also a free route. There we go. We have arrived in Carnarvon, chaps. And of course, when I press the T key, nothing happens. Right, okay, so that timer is going. That means that it is working. So I'm okay with that. T-Bone is saying, can you show us the second coach? What's up with the second coach, dude? Is it the coupler? He's saying there's something up with the second coach. Second coach seems okay. There we go, we've picked up passengers from Carnarvon, so we'll drop off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll uncouple you there. If the scenario will let me, which it isn't. There we go, we've uncoupled, so we'll run on into the head shunt. So, yeah, T-Bone, what did you want to see with the second coach? What the hell? Oh my god! There is a randomly placed AWP face for literally no reason in the route. That is part of the route, so I must have been playing around with faces at some point. I'm assuming it was during the last live stream I did of this route. That's the only explanation I can have. Right, so we're in the... oh, look at that, the loco brake doesn't work. Excellent. So we'll flip that point. Right, so we need to go and take on water. So that's our next job. Take on water. So we're going to the water tower. That's what we're doing, chaps. We're off to the water tower. Nathan is saying, didn't I add a face to a Garrett? Well, I must have. I'm assuming that's what I added the face to. I haven't actually added the face properly, like, in fact, that's what we're going to do during one of the live streams. Can you get the Presnitz-Stelbahn route from UK Train Sim? No, you cannot. If you, Sandwich Gamer, if you check out one of my other live streams, have a look in the video library. I've done a couple of live streams on that route. Oh! Mate! I could not have stopped in a more perfect position to take on water. We'll just fill up the boiler there real quick. Stop at Carnarvon Shunt. I'm just going to quickly fill the boiler and then just take on a little bit more water. Anyway, the Presnitz-Stelbahn routes. Oh, I can't remember the name. It's like one of the European train simulator sites. You download the loco, the Presnitz-Stelbahn loco, the IVK, from... you buy it, actually. It is pay with from Just Trains, and then there is a link that they give you to all of the DLC which you need, and it is quite hefty, I have to say. For a free route, it does use a lot of DLC, so whilst it's free, you need to have a lot of things to make it work. Stevie Play says, when is Over the Hills coming out? Next year, at the earliest. It's not going to be any earlier than next year, I'm afraid. Trains King says don't say that. I can't remember what I said, so I've no idea what not to say now. Will you jinx it? No idea. Right then, we're almost full of water now. Let's just quickly... I think it's a 400 gallon tank. Yeah, it is. I'll do him. Off we go. Pretzel barn. Yes, T-Bone, it's the pretzel barn. I'm sure the Germans will be very happy with you calling it the pretzel barn. The railway was built in 1902 to take pretzels that are being mined underground down to the docks to be sold off abroad. Yes, that famous German export of pretzels. Right then, let's go couple up to our coaches. We have a date of release, this is new. Huh? A rough estimate of release of this route. It's already released, mate. You don't need an estimate of... I'm assuming, actually, thinking about it, that you're talking about over the hills. No. No, basically, there is no rough estimate. My plan, all being well, is is going to be 15 episodes. And I want to sort of schedule them week by week in the run-up to Christmas next year. But to be honest, I don't know, and I'm certainly not going to guarantee that that actually happens. That's what I would like to happen, but if it will or not, I don't know. There we go, we're coupled up. I think. Yes, we are. Right. Okay, so we are hooked up. Pick up passengers from Carnarvon, so we need to do that again. 10:09. And depart at 10:10. So we're actually pretty much bang on time right now. Do a bit of shoveling. Every day I'm shoveling. Plus sheep, says Trains King. Thank you. Right, we have a request for Bontnewydd again, please. Ah, we got to stop at Bontnewydd again. Oh, I'm assuming it's a request stop. Okay. I'm assuming that means go. Wait, it's just giving me a thing that we got to stop at Bontnewydd, but there's no thing in the actual scenario that we actually got to stop there. So if I don't, technically, this scenario can't call it a failure. We just real quickly save the progress. Ben Dennis is saying we just need some Welsh Highland Railway coaches and stock. Well, there is. I think there's one of them. That's a Welsh Highland Railway coach right there. I think. Is it? Oh, I don't know. I believe there is a certain amount of stock, only growling stock, that's animated or been modelled. I would love to see some scenarios for the routes, but back in the days when it was a freight or a slate run railway. Nathan is asking about a takeaway. Well, Nathan, I would say Asian takeaway or oven pizza. It depends. If you've got money for takeaway, then do it. We are off. cab looks very cramped. It is. You basically have a boiler in the middle of the cab, so your fireman and driver basically stand on the edge. I can't say I've ever... Well, I mean, I have ridden behind the Festiniog, on the Festiniog Railway, but, you know... Pendennis says it is Festiniog Railway. Fair enough, then. And we are losing all our steam. Which is probably because the reverser was all the way forward. Next stop is Bonnuid. What's your favourite whistle? Pendennis Castle. What is your favourite whistle? Well, I'm assuming from his name being Pendennis Castle, it's going to be something Great Western, and if he answers any other whistle than that, then he is just simply wrong. Stephen20031 says, how was your trip to the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway? Sam said it was a nice experience. It was very interesting to go to the Keighley and Worth Valley, and you might have seen from the events that I've got planned, Sam and I had a little bet, and he's been showing me these 8K textures that he's been working on for the Bahamas Loco pack, or the Bahamas Loco Society pack that he's working on. Because for those of you that don't know, Sam is a reskinner for Train Sim. And basically, I kind of called him out and said, Sam, there is no way that these locos can be this shiny. And he said, yes, they can. And I was like, no way. There's just no way. It doesn't look realistic. And then Sam was like, well, come to the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway and I'll prove you wrong. I went, okay, fine, we'll have a bet. And yeah, so I turned up at the place and he showed me the coal tank in the shed, which was awesome. I had a bit of a behind the scenes look at the Bahamas Loco Society's shed. I think it's at Haworth anyway, on the Keighley and Worth Valley. And yes, the coal tank is most definitely that shiny. I can tell you from seeing it firsthand that yes, the coal tank really is that shiny. Which was quite unbelievable, really. I was not ready for that. I was very surprised. So we just reduced for that foot crossing. He was saying that it's a pain to do 8K reskins. Yes, Stephen, it is. Reskinning is the main reason is because Train Sim is not particularly brilliant at doing anything. It's a not very well made program. It's not very well made. It's just it doesn't handle itself very well. It could have been written in a way which was much better. I don't know much about computer programming, but from what I've been told, is it doesn't utilize the best that computers have to offer. So it could be running a lot more efficiently than it does. But of course, they're not gonna change it now because that would mean a major rebuild of the game. And for what? They're already ploughing their money into Train Sim World, which is yeah, a resounding success. But yeah, 8K textures can be very difficult to get in the game. And I suppose for most people, it's not really. It doesn't add a huge amount to the experience. So it also takes up a lot more of the computer's brain power to use them. That's why a lot of people don't tend to bother with very high quality textures for locos. But hey ho, Sam is experimenting and he's trying it out. And I say good on him for trying it. Even if it doesn't succeed, even if it's not people's cup of tea, so what? The fact that you have people in this hobby who are willing to just try new things when the developers have basically kind of given up on it. It's the third-party developers are keeping this game alive. So, we need to support them. Right, I need to make sure I stop in exactly the right place here again. That might not be far enough again. Oh, first time. It did it first time. Okay, that's interesting. We'll just stick the injector on while we're stationary. All the happy people at this random station where nothing is. You may need to set your route into Dinas after we left the bay. Press G and Tab if required. Okay, right away, driver. I'm assuming... where is it? Yeah, there. Which platform are we going to? Southbound. Which the route is set correctly. Oh, the junction is blocked by Earl of Merioneth. Okay, that's fair enough. The signalman is handling that. Okay, I'm okay with that. What is your thought on the Armstrong Powerhouse Master Key Simulations 156 DMU? Well, it's a funny thing you mention that because I am planning to do a live stream on that very pack. Now, the honest answer is modern diesels don't really do a huge amount for me. I have driven some of the advanced diesels which have come out, such as the 205 Thumper, the Class 37, So I do, and the Railwright Class 40 as well. I do enjoy watching or driving advanced diesels. They are quite a good laugh. But in general, diesels just don't do it for me because you could just basically, especially standard models. If it's an advanced model, then I'm like, okay, there's actually a bit more to it. But it's just not really simulated enough for me. You can just literally open the taps and off you go, which is another reason why I like advanced steam locos. I mean, this is generally just open the taps and off you go as well. It's okay, I mean, it's for the purpose of the stream, to be honest, that I'm doing this. This is a little bit of boring scenery at the moment because we're just running alongside a cycle track, so I think when we get past Dinas, we'll be back onto the proper Welsh Highland route, so it'll look a lot better. So even though we're on the Welsh Highland Railway, we've got a bit of Festiniog flavour going on because we're driving this Double Fairlie Medrin Emrys, and we've got Earl Merioneth is waiting at Dinas for us to go past. So yeah, 205 Thumper. Yes, I love that 205 Thumper. Chris McBride saying that 156s go to hell. I gotta be honest that I don't really follow the whereabouts of Class 156s very much. Also, when I do come to drive that loco, I really am gonna have to read the manual on how to operate it because I genuinely have no idea how to drive it. Early American diesels are better than early British diesels. Okay, well, interesting. How excited are you for Transport Fever 2? Tom Raybold has asked an interesting question here. Let's just shut off the reg while we enter Dinas Station. Unfortunately, Tom, I'm not overly excited. I mean, I will buy it when it comes out. I will play it. But from what I've seen so far, it really doesn't look like it's a hugely exciting development for what is supposed to be a new game. Which is a real shame, because I loved Transport Fever and Train Fever when it came out, but they just... I don't know, there needs to be... Because they yet again haven't done multiplayer, which has kind of annoyed me, if I'm honest, because that's something they've kind of been suggesting for a while. Don't go past the red signal. Don't go past the red signal. I've gone past the red signal. No. Well, I don't know how I didn't go past that red signal, but I didn't. Because it hasn't given me an error message. If that point has changed, which it hasn't, then we would be... Oh, look, it's Britomart. Hello, Britomart. Why are you in Steam? There he is. The Earl of Merioneth. Why you go so slow? Come on, matey. The box. Look how wide this thing is. This thing genuinely represents an era, or the first generation of preservation that has now come to pass. That is, you know, what is the route of the best scenery in Train Sim? Says Chris McBride. Genuinely, I don't know. That is a very difficult one to answer. I would say probably, even though it's a short route, would be what's Jared Dobson Trolley Fodder's route, the Dufferin Lecky Railway. Because even though it's only about 7 miles long, it features some of the most spectacular scenery ever seen in Train Sim. And I'm not just saying that, I did a whole live stream on that route. The problem with that route is that you can basically... your computer will just die. To be honest. Am I ever going to do a live stream with the GM Aero Train? Well, I do have the GM Aero Train. I suppose I could do a live stream of it. But what route? What route would you like to see the Aero Train running on? I want to try and build up a little sort of portfolio of what I'm planning to do in the next couple of years with live streams. Obviously, my ability to live stream is going to reduce after this month. But I'm still planning to do live streams, even if it's once a month or even twice a month, you know. Because every week we're still going to do the Dead Poachers Society. But I do hope that I can still stream. Okay, it's almost time to go. It's part 10:25. Right away from the guard there. I guess it's time to go. Let's go then, chaps. What's the speed limit here? 10 miles an hour. Okay, we'll actually try and follow that speed limit now. Do I like the BR standard 7MT and 5MT? Yes, I do, Stevie. I love the 7MT, the Britannias. Especially the Just Trains ones. Stephen20031 says, I'm mates with Sam, sort of. I told him yesterday I was gutted I didn't bother coming down when you came. There's no reason to come down that day. Well, unfortunately, that's one of those things. It's a shame that you couldn't have come to see me, but oh well. I'm sure there will be other times. I just heard the guard's whistle. Why did I just hear the guard's whistle? There's Britomart doing a spot of shunting. Not really sure why I heard a guard's whistle then. That is something I would love to see, is like a proper little shunting route for Quarry Hunslots with, you know, a nice quarry and all that modelled. So it's a 5 mile an hour zone here, just until we get into this bridge, I think. Oh, we're on a gradient now. Liam is asking how my family is. Yeah, they're good, thanks. All good. Oh, this is a steep bit of track. My favourite class is the 7MT Oliver Cromwell because it was based at Norwich. We needed more industrial steam in train sim. Yes, Pen Dennis, I do agree with that. I would love to see more industrial steam. In fact, one of the streams I'm going to do in the next couple of weeks, I think we'll have a bit of an industrial theme going on. There are a couple of industrial routes. There's not a huge amount. And obviously there's only so many times you can sort of go up the incline at the on the Mardy branch line and not get bored of it. Steamlance is saying use the narrow gauge part of the Pennoy Valley Railway. I could, but the problem with that is it's so short. It's, you know, it'll literally be a 20-minute live stream, and then that'll be it. It'll be done, you know. That's the problem with that bit of railway. I might try making a route one day. As I said, I want to make Vale of Rydal, but Uber mainline narrow gauge. Pen Dennis Castle saying about the austerities, Hunslet, Fitzwilliam, and can't remember the others. There's a couple of the ones that Chris Wilson has made, the Caledonian locos that ended up in National Coal Board service. I would love to see the Lambton tank made for train sim. Heckett's, you want to see the... Oh, Liam's layout saying he wants to see the price of a commission from Chris. Well, you're looking probably upwards of about £2,000 to £3,000, I would imagine, with the amount of work and effort that goes on to making a loco in train sim, especially as a commission. You need the LNER Hush Hush. Oh, that's an interesting one. Mr. Tretville says he can't wait for the Raven A2 stream. Well, I'm kind of looking for suggestions with that one, because at the moment I'm planning to do it on the Pennoy Valley Railway, but I'm open to sort of trying a new route for that one, because it will be, you know, a little bit samey if it's always the Pennoy Valley Railway. So we'll see. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to drive the Welsh Highland today. I mean, for a free route, look at that view. This is free. Just, you know, look at this view right now. This is from a free route that you don't have to pay for. You can download it for free from UK Train Sim. And that's what's going for free. Now, I've paid for routes which are not even half as good a detail as this one is. Do you know what I mean? That's the way that Train Sim is. Flying Kipper Production says, hello Reese, are you doing the coal... Stephen saying, am I doing the coal tank stream on the Keighley and Worth Valley? Yes, I am. The screenshot that you see for the live stream preview, that is just before you get to Oakworth on the Keighley and Worth Valley. So, Steamland says, have I got the Llangollen Railway route? Well, I thought I did. I've kind of been chatting to you guys for so long, I've kind of let my fire die. So, yeah. I'm running out of steam now. The WWE fan is asking, are there any steamies or diesels that I don't like? Quite a lot, I suppose. I'm not going to sit and list every single one. There is a Swiss one, which had an electric pantograph on top. It was a steam engine, and that just makes my blood boil, because I think, what is the point? Diesels that I don't like. I don't know, really. I can't... Probably... The thing is, that people get so offended as soon as I say one thing if I don't like it. There we go, we're off the hill now. Got a question, can you do a live stream? Oh god, I'm gonna have to learn how to speak potato here. Angry Welshman got a question, can you do particular live stream was Flying Scotsman on the Landia Dog Railway pulling LNER coaches. Not really sure what you're trying to ask there, but I'm assuming you're asking, can I do a live stream of Flying Scotsman pulling some LNER coaches on a Penrith Valley Railway? Assuming that that is what you're asking. And now I've just killed the fire. And I'll just very quickly put you in timeout. First name, last name. Continue. Yeah, I'm doing spectacularly now because I've been... Because I'm trying to concentrate on the live stream, on the chats, so I could talk to you guys. I keep forgetting about my fire, so now I've just shoveled coal everywhere. I got the blower on, but it's 96% full. Penn Dennis's least favourite steam engine is the Bullet Leader. Well, I mean, that was a little bit potato, wasn't it? Oh, we're making steam, so let's open her up. The E2. I don't know why everybody hates on the E2 so much. Just because it's based on, or Thomas is based on it. It's not that bad a loco, to be honest. I don't think Reese would bring Scotsman near Landia Dog after what happened last time. What happened last time, Penn Dennis? Yeah, so this is what happened. I think the very same thing happened to me the last time I did this route. I just didn't concentrate on the fire and I ended up down to like 5 miles an hour. Let's just stop for a quick blow up. How would I like to see a new Great Bear from the GWR? Yes, I would very much like to see that in Train Sim. Now, I've just stopped for a blow up because this is one of the problems with live streaming. I've said this a few times before. I stop concentrating on the fire and then it just goes to potato. Oh well. So we'll just build up the pressure now real quick before we head off. So that's cock up number 1. But it does give us a little opportunity to have a look at this beautiful machine. And take some screenings. We'll just totally pretend that this is a scheduled stop on our run. The WWE fan is asking, what's my take on electric engines? I don't know what you mean by what's my take on it. Boiler pressure is flying up now, so that's good. We're making steam. Just very quickly do some injecting. So I think the moral of this story right now is to keep the fire mass at about 80%, no higher. Any higher and you basically kill the fire, as I have done.
Right, so it's one of those, is it?
That is a sound of a Yorkshireman. That is,
yes, it is.
Sam. How are you doing, Sam? You alright?
Not so bad, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. I was just explaining to everybody about the bet that we had with the coal tank.
Yes.
So, yeah. I can't remember who it was asking about doing your friend Stephen, I think. He was
right.
asking if I'm going to do a stream on the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway, and the answer is yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's actually I'm glad you brought that up because I just want you to clarify something.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
What do you want me to clarify?
What I'm going to say is, you've been to the Welsh Valley, you've seen the core tank with your own eyes. You know how ridiculously shiny the real fin is.
Yep, I do.
Now, I know that my train sim model doesn't look particularly great in game, but is it realistic?
Yes.
Thank you. There we go. I'm happy.
That's what I was explaining to the people, because it's. I didn't believe it at first, but it really is.
Yep.
Oh, what station is this?
What are we doing tonight anyway, Reese? Or rather, what are you doing?
I'm just dicking around on the Welsh Highland Railway.
Oh, right.
I wasn't planning
that can
to.
only be going well.
Well, it's going alright, apart from the fact that I killed the fire, but yeah. Not too bad now. Now that I'm actually making steam again. And going at ever so slightly too fast a speed over a level crossing. But we'll gloss over that.
Have you been using the talking firing technique of put a really big lump in the middle,
And
close the
hope for
fire
best.
balls and the dampers, and just ignore it?
Yes. You know,
There we go.
that classic technique. Shoveling by ton, not by shovel.
Yep, that is the official way to fire.
Keighley and Worth Valley Railway approved.
It's AWP approved, it's everywhere approved. If
Hell
you don't fire a loco by emptying the bunker into one giant mound in the middle, you're not firing it right.
Exactly. Literally every single run of the line, you'd have to have a truck bring in bags of coal that need to be loaded in manually to the bunker.
Oh yeah, it's a real nightmare.
But
I mean, especially when you're on a railway which doesn't have any truck access and you've got to do it all by hand. I mean,
Well, I was just telling everybody as well about this route, the Welsh Highland route. It's a particularly decent route, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Especially one that's free. Like, you don't need any payware dependencies, as far as I'm aware anyway, for it.
Yeah.
It's made by the same fellow that did the original Tallaght route. Yeah.
Yep.
I think so anyway.
Yeah, I believe he's the one who made the engines for it as well.
No, that was a different guy, I think.
Was it a different guy?
Was it? Oh, maybe not.
I was going to say, as far as I know, I think he made the engines and then another guy did all the scripting for them.
Maybe.
I could be wrong though, I could be mistaken.
I'm on the proper Welsh Highland now. Now we're climbing.
You know what we need? We need a Scottish Highland branch.
Well, there is. Fort William to Mallaig.
I suppose.
That is the Scottish Highlands line, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Already taken care of. How was your day anyway?
I've been at work, so you know it's work is work.
Well, I drove back up north yesterday, planning
Back
to go
up north?
up to north. I didn't get in until 2:30 in the morning because I wanted to watch the last episode of Poldark. And and then I got here and then there's no jobs on the river today, so I'm just like, what the hell? Basically just been sat here all day for no reason. It's really potato.
Ah yes, potato.
Potato.
Tomato, tomato. Right, what do I want to do?
Reskin. I know what you could do, Sam.
Oh, way up.
You need to do a reskin of the Great Western pannier tank that's at the Keighley and Werthalie.
I've already done that.
Yeah, but you need to put Angry Welshman Productions like and subscribe on the side of it.
Ooh, extra detail, I like it.
Yes.
But actually, it's funny you mention that, because I do plan on redoing that reskin with a new Victory Works pannier.
Oh, nice.
Because, let's be honest, the DTG ones are a bit potato.
Yes, they are.
Like, the entire engine has a total of 3 textures.
3.
Yep. Like, I think one of them's for the wheels, one of them's for the coupling rods, and then, like, the other one is for the entire engine.
Blimey. No expenses spared then when they were doing them then.
Dovetail Games would never spare any expense when making products. I'm quite sure of that.
Oh, they're well known for splashing the boat out.
Oh yeah, they're incredibly well known for their incredibly detailed add-ons and attention to detail and the care they show for their customers, and you know, giving the customers what they want.
I hope you guys can all hear me okay, because I've got like 6 fans on in my room at the moment.
I was going to say, when you speak you do sound a little bit dodgy, but I can actually hear you speak, which is, well, it's not often that happens on Discord.
No, I know, right? Mark is asking, can anyone tone down the gloss on the Victory Works panniers, because they are too glossy. He
Maybe
doesn't.
they're just well looked after.
Just very, very, very shiny.
Yeah.
Maybe they've been bought by the Bahamas Loco Society.
Maybe maybe we've taken over them.
You've taken over the world.
The world would be a lot shinier if we did.
It would. There'd be coal tanks everywhere. I'm just pulling
Well, there's only
into...
the one, but
Yeah, but we'll have to build more. The coal
we will
tank...
have to create an army of coal tanks. Instead of investing all our money in nuclear weapons, we're going to invest them in coal tanks.
The coal tank army.
Yep. It'll be like, oh no, the Russians are launching a missile. Quick, launch the coal tanks. We'll fire them off giant catapults.
Well, it'd just be aircraft carriers with coal tanks launching off the ramp like a Harrier jump jet.
Exactly like
Heading off to the Falklands.
Yep.
That's it, that's gotta be a meme. Just HMS Invincible sat off the Falklands, just like, launch the coal tanks.
That can be a challenge for anyone who is hearing this chat.
What, making memes?
That's a challenge. Anyone watching this video, your challenge is to make that a meme.
I think I've got to quit the scenario now and load part 2. Yep, diolch yn fawr, driver. Time for a quick break before we carry on towards Porthmadog. Well done.
Time for a cuppa.
Time for a cup of tea. There was just enough time for the... Flying Kipper Productions says coal tanks with howitzers fitted. So it's time to load part 2, which is, let's just type north. Nope, train sim is being potato. Come on, wake up. Now, why do you want to install workshop items? I hate it when train sim does that. It's like, I need to install these things. You're like, why?
Yeah.
Aha!
Oh my god, is that who I think it
and
is?
he announces himself.
No.
Why,
No, it's not me.
Why are you
Someone
here?
else. What do you mean, why am I here?
Yeah, go
here you are, so why?
Fucking bit, yeah. What kind of greeting is that? Oh, why are you here? Ooh.
It's nice to hear your voice again, you haven't died. But yeah, why the fuck are you here?
I love Reese's way of showing
what do you
affection.
mean, why am I, what?
James, basically I'm saying welcome back. You
Okay.
cunt.
Why are you back?
Yeah? Suck my dick, you fucking hairy cunt.
There we go. Everything's back to normal.
It's like you
Dear.
never left.
This feels a little bit weird, actually.
What, being back?
Yeah, well, you say being back. I'm chatting to you on a stream that I'm not even watching.
I'm doing that as
I wouldn't really call that being back.
I love how the weather has just literally changed in the time I've been gone in this scenario. But
well, the weather does do that.
it's like I exited the scenario and then 1 minute later I've reloaded the scenario and the clouds have just appeared. Anyway, how are you, James? How are you doing?
I'm alright. I've got Domino's. So
Oh, sweet.
I'm jealous now.
Yeah.
Normally I'm very much a Pizza Hut guy. Love Pizza Hut. But I was having problems ordering from Pizza Hut this evening, so I was like, might have a go at Domino's. And I was thinking to myself, do I get a margarita and a garlic pizza bread like I normally do? I was like, nah, I've got a real hankering for garlic pizza bread. So instead of getting a pizza and a garlic pizza bread, I've got 2 garlic pizza breads.
Nice. Guess,
Wow.
James, I'm going to make you jealous.
Go on.
I've got a taste card, so I get 2 for 1 on Domino's.
Well, does that work on delivery? Because you still have to have $11.99 to deliver.
I haven't actually tried it, but it only works on Domino's Yorkshire. So when crap! No!
Uh-oh.
Reese, did you not notice the signal was at red?
Was it actually, or because
Yep.
I had the right away?
Well, yeah, you've just gone past it for me on stream and it is at red.
Because the point were against me as well.
And you've just derailed?
No, there's nothing. There's nothing on the section ahead.
Huh.
No. I'm just looking at the map. It'd be right.
Be right.
It'd be right.
Reese, you used a Yorkshire saying, I'm so proud of you.
I know, right? Well, I've lived in Yorkshire for a year now. I think if anyone asks me or says you've never been to Yorkshire, I'll be like, mate, I've lived there for a year.
You poor thing.
I am now Yorkshire.
You are now Yorkshire.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure you quite qualify as Yorkshire, but yeah, we can maybe give you an honorary Yorkshiremanship.
Yes.
Honorary Yorkshiremanship.
That's a thing now?
Honorary Yorkshire passport.
Yep.
Oh, Reese, you know you were saying about your taste card?
Yeah.
My work for the past few years has been doing a deal with Taste Card where we can get a cheap one, and it gets paid for out of our wages, so we don't get taxed on it as well, which is pretty handy.
It's quite decent. They do deals, don't they? With I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's
but
like a
the
tax dodge or
The
something.
thing was, I got one, and then literally never used it.
Oh mate, you should, because there's an app you could download for your phone, and you could look for restaurants, and it gives you all the restaurants. So you make a booking through the app, and you get 2 for 1 on all these restaurants. It's really worth it.
Angry Welshman Productions, sponsored by Taste Card.
There we go. If you've learned anything from this live stream, chaps, go and get a taste card.
Ooh, I'm very excited about something completely unrelated I've just seen.
Oh. Is it potato salad?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's something I'll tell you about when we're no longer streaming.
Because it's not fit for public consumption yet.
Pretty much, yes.
Excellent.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Varieties. Variety is the spice of life.
It's not. You're not
And
talking
this is
about
extra
the.
spicy.
You're not talking about the dub Ds, are you?
Nope.
Because I really can't wait for the dub Ds.
Yeah, these should be interesting.
They're literally just going to be the best thing in train service. Just going to be like, what's the one on the? What's the one?
Sorry, I
on
didn't
the...
quite get that, mate.
Shall I do it one more time just to make sure you got it?
Yeah, go on.
All right. I don't think you got it that time, did you, James? No, you didn't, did you?
If only this was Twitch, we could clip this. This would be great.
I'm sure YouTube will probably have a way, wouldn't it?
Nope, you can't clip stuff on YouTube.
Oh. The one thing that Twitch beats YouTube for.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I can't get on with Twitch myself. I just can't. I've tried it. I'm just like, yeah.
Hang on. On a completely different subject here, I've just seen on Facebook about this Amazon rainforest, all the money that's been sent for all the protection against the fire and so on.
Yeah.
Like, the year the G7 today agreed to send a total of 20 million. Yeah.
It's not a whole lot when the grand scheme of
No,
it, is it?
it's not. Netflix paid 100 million to be able to stream Friends. So yeah, but Leonardo DiCaprio has given 5 million.
Bloody hell.
One bloke, and yet the G7 can only be bothered to send 20 million.
Yeah, but
Which they've rejected anyway.
which they have rejected, yeah. Personally, I just think we should do the honourable thing and invade Brazil.
Yeah, to be fair, whatever his fucking name is, Bolsonaro is a massive cunt. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know how the US have this penchant for going into countries that they shouldn't do and taking down the government totally
I think-
not covertly and then putting their own people in. Can they not
I
do that with
think-
Brazil and actually do it in a worthwhile case rather than?
Yeah, I was
like-
gonna say, I think Brazil is in some serious need of some freedom right now.
Yeah. But actual genuine freedom, not we want your oil.
Yeah.
Oh no, in this case it would be we want your trees to stay
We
right
want
where
your
they
trees
are.
to use them for oil.
Yes, exactly. We want your trees to stay where they are.
But that would be a war worth fighting, I think.
Hmm.
To save the planet from destruction. I'd be
I
like,
don't know, I think we're
So
past
long
the
as they
point of no
don't
return.
station their main troops in the forest.
ah, yeah. Drop some napalm.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Yeah.
there's gonna be an issue here.
jungle! We have fun and games!
We're talking about sending the US into a forest, and the last time the US fought a war in a forest, it didn't end very well, did it?
No.
Actually, funnily
No.
enough, since we're talking on the subject of America and Vietnam, then I watched a very interesting video, a historical video earlier this afternoon, and it was basically after the end of the Second World War, Britain occupied parts of Vietnam and was fighting the Vietnam militia, and at one point, with only minimal casualties, they could have basically won the Vietnam War.
Huh.
And it's
But we
something
didn't.
that the French failed, and no, we didn't, because nobody wanted to, and the Americans wouldn't let us. And also because Britain was kind of broke at the end of World War II. But basically, we could
Just a
have
bit.
completely won Vietnam, so that the French and the Americans wouldn't have screwed up as badly as they did later. Which is quite interesting. It just goes to show colonial warfare. Just send the Brits; they know what they're doing.
Yep. Oh, on the subject of interesting wars, did you know Australia once went to war with emus and
Yes.
lost?
Yes, they did. I did know.
That is genuinely my favourite war.
Yeah,
Because
but
it's
somebody
just
came up
such a
with this.
great-
Somebody came up with this idea of, I know how we can defeat them. Let's just go out with machine guns and just mow them down. Realised that you can't kill emus with one bullet. That it takes about 19 bullets per emu to bring it down.
Per what?
About 19
Yeah, no,
bullets per emu.
I'm not sure about the numbers,
What's
but
an emu? Is that an electronic cow?
Yes.
yes.
An emu.
And it's got a little
But it-
tuft of hair that comes over and covers one eye.
They're going to war with emus, mate. Yeah, they're these new robot cows that have been built, and they've gone rogue. So we need to kill them all, you know. Oh,
But
oh,
it's just
oh,
it's
emus.
Oh.
Oh, okay, no more for the moment.
like it's the fact that they literally mobilised the army to deal with this overpopulation of emus, and they went out to cull the population essentially, and they found that emus are better at surviving than the Australian army is at killing them.
Yeah.
Well, why
And it's
didn't they just send like a handful of tanks or just like an artillery battalion?
Well, it was, I think, were it sometime between the two world wars or
Yeah, it was in the
before them,
30s.
or
It was in the 30s, I think.
it's not recent. In fact, let's have a look.
I think it was
It's
in
not
the
recent.
early
Google.
30s.
Really? You're genuinely suggesting that the
It was the 2nd of November till the 10th of December 1932.
Well, thank goodness you clarified that it wasn't recent, because of course I would have thought that a war against emus would have been very recent indeed.
Well, I mean, there are cases of, overpopulation of wild animals in the modern world.
Australia in
What is it?
particular.
Yep.
It just seems anything to do with animals in Australia is just extreme. You can't just
Well,
have
yeah.
you just can't have normal spiders. They have to be insane fucking murdering bastard
To be fair,
horrible
though, like,
spiders.
huntsman spiders are alright, they're just big. And people are like, oh shit, it's big. But, yeah, a lot of spiders in Australia are like, which large, oversized animal shall I eat for my breakfast today?
Pretty much, yeah. I met an
I mean,
Australian
you go up
guy
to a
before.
kangaroo and, kangaroos just hop around and punch the shit out of each other.
I met an
and,
Australian
you've got-
before, and he said that as kids they used to play cricket with spiders. Basically, if you missed hitting it with your cricket bat, it would like grab onto you and kill you. So you got very good at hitting the ball, because it was a spider that would murder you if you didn't hit it.
And that's how Australia trains their cricket teams.
That's why the Australian cricket team is so good, because they use poisonous spiders. So it's not only a case of, oh, I caught the ball, throw it back. It's okay, get the spider away, or I
That's
die.
why they wear gloves.
I'm just going to put a link in the voice call chat on Discord. I'm just going to link the Wikipedia page for the Emu War for anyone who wants a good laugh. It's brilliant.
I love this scenery now. North Wales narrow gauge.
Ah yes. Look, Angry Welshman makes a rare visit to Wales.
I know it's not very often that we actually go to Wales in what is a Welsh channel.
Yeah. We'll have to do North Wales Coast Express sometime.
Yeah, I've still not streamed that route. I've got it, but I've never streamed it.
Tell you what, you'll have to get the backdated train sim extension to Blenheim Festiniog.
Yeah. I thought I
And you could do
downloaded it.
you could do like Crewe to Holyhead to Festiniog.
That would be a long run.
It'd be a few hours.
I've only got so many hours left before I go back to Wales, mind.
That's what I think.
Well, thank you for contributing that, James. I'm
You're
glad
welcome.
you. I'm glad that you clarified that.
Oh yeah, not at all.
It needed to be said.
You know, it was just one of those unspoken things that now it's out there. I'm glad it's out there.
Yep.
I'm assuming that that is Snowdon Ranger. None of these stations have signs. Stupid Welsh Highland Railway. Why don't they invest in some station signs? Reducing the speed now. Has everybody gone?
Nope.
Yes. Everyone's dead.
James is gone.
They're all dead.
I'm gone. Sam is gone. Everyone's gone.
They're all dead, Dave.
Reese is gone.
Yep, I've been gone from the beginning. In fact, I was never here.
Yeah.
Well, according to my phone, you've still got 33 people watching. Nope,
Excellent.
30 people.
The
Yeah.
actual truth of the matter is, viewers, is that Reese actually doesn't exist.
Nope, he's a figment of your imagination, and what you are
Yeah.
imagining is all completely fake.
All
I'm,
these
In
years,
reality, you're
he's never
inside the
been real.
Matrix.
I'm actually an AI.
The only people who already knew that were the people who've met him.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause,
just
I
an
mean,
AI.
if someone wasn't real, you wouldn't know for sure unless you met them, would you?
No.
But what if they were like, what's that sex robot called? The one that's like, it moves? The Japanese one.
There's a few.
Oh,
we're
it
gonna-
was on the news not long ago.
Yeah, but Reese, when you specified the Japanese one, instead of making it more specific, you made it even less specific.
Yeah, I realise that now. One of many. Reed D is the next station.
You know what? I might have a little nosy at the what is it? Majiggy My Bobby Chris has just released.
Well, the Raven A2.
Yeah,
It's
I
an
might see what it
interesting-
looks like and them like.
It's an interesting looking loco.
I think it would look better as a 464.
A 464. I've killed the fire again.
Well done.
Well done, and yeah, a 464.
A 464 would certainly be. It would certainly be interesting.
Oh,
The,
Reese,
Victorian Railways in Australia had some. The R class were 464s.
you saw that, was it Brazilian or something, meter gauge loco, didn't you? The steam one for TS?
Yeah, I did a little video of it. It's not bad. It's
The
an
same
interesting
people have
logo.
made another one.
Have they?
Yeah, it's, Mikado.
I know they made like an American looking one. I'd have to have a look.
Well, the one you did a video on was German made.
Oh, yeah, it was a German built loco. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is, oh, what was it? Schwarzkopf.
Oh.
Not the famous hair dye brand.
Oh.
Well, that's it. I've lost all interest.
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say. So, James, how is progress on the little diesel shunter going? Is it the V10?
Yeah, it's like 98.5% done.
Awesome. When can I have a copy of it so I can do a stream of it?
When you empty out your wallet.
Now?
Now?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, when you send it over, I'll set up an event and I'll stream it for you. If you want.
You're gonna have you're gonna
won't be
have
able
a
to do it
very
tonight.
busy month of streaming, aren't you, Reese?
I'm planning on it because after this month, my streaming will certainly it'll be going down. My availability for streaming.
Oh. Reese, you're growing up so fast.
I know, right?
It's terrifying.
I'm assuming that that's Mount Snowdon in the background there.
It's actually Snout Murden.
Snoutmoden.
Yep.
That famous peak in the south of Wales.
Exactly.
Yep, that's the one.
Does it have another rack and pinion railway on it?
No, it has a Pack and Rinion railway on
A
it.
Pack and Rinion. Excellent.
Yep.
I would be interested to know what a Pack and Rinion railway is.
Well, I'm sure we can find out.
Oh, 10 mile an hour speed limit. Why this? Stupid railway and their stupid speed limits.
See, really, I think the railway speed limit should be as fast as you dare go, because life would be a lot more interesting.
It would. It won't be a case of you'll arrive when the timetable says you will. It'll be a case of you might not.
Yeah. Just think how exciting life would be.
I do wonder with this railway, when it was originally built back in the day, how on earth did they build it? The original Welsh Highland. It must
With
have
a lot of disposable bodies.
Yes. The amount of money they must have thrown at it for what was essentially a line.
Specifically, just this one though. Like, there's a lot of railways in the country, in the world even, where you look at them and you go, how on earth, why on earth did they even build this?
Yeah.
But you've also got to think, a lot of these lines made the money back. So, however horrific it must have been to build it, think how much money was involved in, the goods they transported.
Well, that's the thing, is I don't think the Welsh Highland ever really made any money. As far as I'm aware, it was pretty much a loss right from the start. Whereas the Festiniog...
It was a lot less profitable than Festiniog ever was.
The Festiniog was actually pretty profitable at one point, but then of course by like the 30s the traffic disappeared. But yeah.
It's alright, railways don't need passengers and goods to keep running.
As long as they have enthusiasts.
Yeah, all you need is a an enthusiastic bunch of people and someone who's really rich.
Yes, a very wealthy backer.
Yeah. I mean, you could quite easily run a railway without any passengers or any revenue hauling traffic at all if you won the lottery.
And magic.
Or were a billionaire.
The Welsh Magic Railroad.
Oh god. Ladies and gentlemen, Reese is going to build a railway that goes between America and the UK.
Yep, we're going to connect the Welsh Highland Railway with some weird place in the States.
To get to the Magic Railroad, you have to drive through the Magic Buddy
The what?
instead of Buffers.
The Magic Butty.
Go on, drive through the Magic Buddy! You can't tell if he's saying it's the Magic Butty or the Magic Butty.
Exactly. The paradox of the Magic Butty.
Nobody knows, nobody knows the Buddy I've seen.
I would love to see Thomas and the Magic Railroad, but done with Rod Gilbert as the voice of Alec Baldwin.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's got to be a thing.
I think, realistically, the only thing I could reliably create now on YouTube would just be fucking really stupid, like, redubs and poops and shit. I've got no motivation or creativity to do anything else anymore. But fucking give me a good copy of Thomas and the Magic Railroad and I will Rod Gilbert that shit all day.
Excellent.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should all invest in a copy of Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
This is a thing. In fact, I'm going to write to Britt Allcroft and convince her to re-release the original version of the film.
Well, she says she wants to.
She does, but I don't think she has the rights to do so. Because it's all bought by scumbags. Or what are they called? Hit Entertainment or Mattel or whoever they are.
Be interesting though, wouldn't it? Because
It would have made for a much better film.
well, it would have been incredibly different. But there are actually a few scenes from the original film which have made it into the one that was released.
Yeah, where there's the scene where the diesel is chasing and there's that guy on the back, and all my life I was like, what is that? Why is that there a person on the back?
I hardly ever noticed it, and then one day I just saw it and I thought, has that always been there?
Yeah.
And then I sort of did a bit of reading up on it, and it was like, whoa, this isn't the original version? There was something else? But yeah, it's, it would be interesting to see.
So did the BLS enjoy my my little ditty of what's it called? The
Yeah, going through the magic buffers.
the cold tank through the
yeah.
magic buffers.
I think Reese, they all hate your guts. I'm fairly certain some of them even hired bounty hunters to go after you.
Epic. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Good. I love to feel the hatred.
You don't deserve subscribers, but you do deserve bounty hunters.
Excellent.
Yep.
I am just approaching Reed D. Station of
It's
Reed
like
D.
rid thee or something.
Reed D. Reed D.
Rid thee.
Rid thee.
'Cause
I shall rid
the
thee of thy
the double
accent.
D. The double D is a th sound.
I love how I'm being told what the Welsh language is.
So I was going to say, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, Reese, the Welshman here, being taught how to speak Welsh.
To be frankly honest with you, you probably could speak more Welsh than I could.
Well, considering I can't speak any Welsh, that's incredibly embarrassing for you.
It is. I got a U in my Welsh exam
Wow.
Wow.
because I wrote my name on the paper
At
and
least
I
you
walked
didn't
out.
get a C and 2 U's.
Urgh.
Oh.
Oof.
That Brazilian dev, Reese,
Yeah.
they're working on an Alco Mikado as well, so they'll have 3 pay-wear meter gauge steam locos. They've got a load of diesels coming and an electric, and they're working on 3 different routes.
Nice.
There's one that's 134 kilometres,
Holy crap.
which is
That's
nearly
not
100
bad.
miles. It's probably about, I don't know, what, like 85, 90 miles or something, I don't know. There's another one that's 296 kilometres,
Jeez.
and then there's another one that's 430 kilometres.
Wow. That is beautiful. I mean, I was quite, when I looked up that company, I was quite intrigued by what they were doing. But they did give a route for free, but that was what I used in that video that I made just to show
Yeah.
the loco. But it's only about 4 miles long, but I guess it's just a test track.
I think it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's supposed to be based on on real life, but it's only a small area that they've recreated.
Yeah. I gotta wait
I still
for
don't
it.
actually own it. Yeah.
I got 3 minutes at 3V. So we could take in some of the scenery while we're here. That is a beautiful cable reel.
Don't you go stealing all the scenery?
That is a beautiful set of oil drums and steel rails.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
Mum is
the
a beautiful
beautiful
set of
scenery of
Wales.
Wales.
I have no idea what either of you said then.
I said your mum is a beautiful set of oil drums.
Wow, bit personal.
I was just commenting on how oil drums are one of the most scenic parts of Northern Wales.
Yeah, if you ever drive through North Wales, you just be like, look at those oil drums there, boy.
It's what they stop all the tourists at to look at.
You'll have a girlfriend
Like, yeah,
like that
forget-
one day, you know.
Forget that big mountain. Look at these amazing oil drums we have.
There'd be buses of Japanese tourists stopping on the side of
American.
the road to see
American.
or American tourists to
Look
see
at
the
these oil drums.
oil drums.
Flash, 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 flash.
Well, I'm blowing off.
Hey up.
Hey up.
Hey up. Who's off and why are you blowing him? Hey.
Where's Bed Gellert?
Beth Gellert.
Bed Gellert. Didn't we have
Beth
this argument? I feel that we've had this argument before.
B-E-double-D. The double D is a T-H.
B
Beth
E
Gellert,
double
like the
D.
name Beth.
So if you have particularly large breasts,
Breast Gellert.
there we go.
Oh yeah, something I've one thing I have been meaning to stream in Train Sim is the
Why are you
Durango to
saying this
Silver.
after we... Reese,
'Cause-
why are you saying this after we were talking about big breasts? Because I'm now incredibly concerned.
Well, I'm married.
That's what makes it even more concerning.
Why?
Does your wife know about this?
What, that I like big breasts? I would think that she knows.
No, like you're about to stream them.
What?
I stream big breasts and I cannot lie. You other streamers can't deny.
I don't think she'd be particularly happy about that, but yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, go on, Reese. You were going to.
I was
you were going
rudely
to say
interrupted.
something more normal.
I was rudely interrupted then, wasn't I? Yeah.
Yep.
So the Durango to Silverton route.
The where to where?
Durango to Silverton. It's American.
Oh, right.
Oh, it says, hopefully there won't be any more sheep-related incidents along the way. Carry on to bed, Gellert.
Well, that
Damn it.
sounds like.
God damn it.
That
Well,
sounds like a
what
pretty
sheep?
epic foreshadowing.
It says it's sheep-related incident. I've not seen any sheep-related incident.
Well, if that isn't a warning to you, I don't know what is.
I don't know what it's on about. The game is saying about sheep-related incidents. So, there was no sign of them on the way, though. Have I missed something?
I have a sneaky suspicion, Reese, that you're going to encounter some sheep.
Meh. Oh no, Reese has got a boner.
Shut up. This is racism.
Yeah. I suppose
How do you
really
know
it
I'm
is.
doing it because of your race? Huh? You're just being presumptuous.
What?
Yeah.
You're just playing to stereotypical racism. That's what you're doing, Reese.
Hardly. Jeez.
I think you are.
I'm a perfectly innocent party.
Stop, look, and beware of trains.
Stop, look, listen, stop, listen, look, and stop, look, and listen, and stop, and look, and listen, and stop.
But don't do all three at the same time because you'll confuse yourself. You've got to stop, then you've got to look, then you've got to listen, but if you try doing all three at the same time, you open a portal to a different world.
God, some LJL Rail Yard is saying about the Darjeeling and Himalayan Railway.
The Darjeeling and Himalayan Railway.
Yes,
That's the one.
the one Abdullah lives on.
Oh, wait.
Abdul the Indian train, racism. Alright, I've got to disappear, guys.
Well,
Catch you soon.
bye then.
Bye.
Bye.
Dogs have been released.
Release the hound.
So now we're going to pass under the main road. I'm assuming that this is like where the original alignment has been adjusted to go under this road.
I have no idea. I've actually never been on the Welsh Highland line.
If you ever get a chance, I do recommend it. It is a long run though.
See, it's why I like Lower Valley. It's not a long run, but you still get the engines working.
Oh, I mean, that's one of the things about the Festiniog line is they rag the shit out of the engines,
Oh yeah.
big time.
Well, aren't they having issues at the moment?
Yeah, because they're ragging them so hard.
Like, aren't the engines all sort of
Falling to pieces?
yeah.
Pretty much.
Like, I'm sure there's been a lot of notices saying we can't run engines because they're all broken.
Well, what they really need to do
is not break the engines.
But not break the engines. But they really need to build like 4 new build Double Fairlies, I think, to handle the huge volume traffic. And
why stop at 4? Why stop at double? They should build a triple Fairlie.
Yeah, why not? Triple Fairlie. Oh my god, Nathan has paid me £2 to crash.
Why has he paid you £2 to do something
Literally,
you probably...
Look at the chat, he's paid me £2 to crash. That's it, I have to crash now. I have to crash.
Now you have a valid excuse to do it.
Because I've been paid.
You should take donations. Anyone else want to convince Reese to crash? Set yourself a target, Reese. You'll only crash if you get like 20 quid or something.
Well, so everybody has to make super donations to. Oh, I've just killed the fire again. Excellent.
Yep.
So everybody has to donate £2 to see me crash through like the end of the buffers or something.
Every single viewer has to donate that money to see you crash. But let's just give it a quick refresh and see how many people are watching now.
26 according to my screen.
26 for me. Okay, so we want 52 quid.
Yeah, make 52 quid from that.
Yep. There we go. If Reese gets 52 quid, he's going to crash. Legal extortion. It's great.
It's this beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is.
Ooh, that's a steep gradient. 1 in 41.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Let me guess, it's nothing compared to Keighley with Valley.
Oh no, I mean, I was thinking more, it's nothing compared to like Foxfield.
Well, Tanfield is pretty steep as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Foxfield's like 1 in 20 or something ridiculous though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Foxfield, the most ridiculous preserved railway ever.
It's an interesting one. Again, it's one I've never actually been to, but...
Yeah, I'd like to actually go and see it.
I want to take Nunlow there sometime.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to take Nunlow on more industrial stuff.
LJL Railyard wants me to go inside the coaches. Well, there you are. That's what's inside the coaches. You get a couple of seats and a door.
That sounds about right for coaches.
And you can look outside the window or you can not look outside the window. Can I change coaches? Yes, I can. I can change view to the panorama coaches by the look of it. Oh yeah, panorama coach. That's quite interesting. I didn't know you could do that. Nice.
Have you learnt something new?
I have. Oh, we're in the panorama coach. I've been in this coach. I've actually sat in those very seats next to the engine. I had a very nice bacon sandwich when I did my run on the Welsh Highland. We going up the Aberglasslyn Pass, and I had an amazing bacon sandwich. Just sitting in these chairs, listening to the loco ragging the shit out of it.
Do you know what I think, Reese? I think there's potential for a new series here.
What, watching trains while eating bacon sandwiches?
No, I think you should visit every heritage railway in the country and you should rate them all based on how good their bacon sandwiches are.
Oh, so nothing to do with the actual railway itself, nothing to do with the locos, just how good is your bacon sandwich?
Yeah, but it's got to be specifically heritage railways.
Yeah.
Like, how good is your heritage railway bacon sandwich?
So it could be like, we just visit the railway, listen, and do all the stuff, and just like, yep. So, yeah, we're just going to ignore all that, and you get a 2 out of 10 because of your bacon sandwich.
Yep.
Severn Valley
Under
Railway.
normal circumstances, I'd give this railway a 10, but, you know, I mean, the bacon sandwich was pretty awful, so I'm going to have to give it a 2 at best. I mean, it's...
Do you know what? I could actually sit in this carriage all day. just watching the world go by as we're rolling out of control down this hill.
I was going to say, I don't think the staff would be too happy with you. Tell you what, though, Reese, you could actually go to Ravenglass and Eskdale and sit in their carriage, which is almost identical because it were made by Festinio for Ravenglass and Eskdale.
That's right, it was, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh my God.
And I believe
We've
we're
had
actually
another
getting,
super chat.
Ooh.
Here's £2 GBP to crash. Keep on keeping on.
There we go.
That's £4 to crash. Well, guys, it'll be at the end of the stream.
What you should do is you should all try and pay him to either crash or stay on to see who wins.
Oh God.
Just create a moral dilemma for him. But yeah, I believe Festinio are actually making Ravenglass and Eskdale some more coaches,
Yes, I think they are.
which should be very interesting to see.
Well, it's nice to see that. I mean, Boston Lodge Works has basically become like the Swindon Works of the narrow gauge world.
Ah, but Ravenglass isn't narrow gauge.
No, it's miniature, isn't it?
No. It's minimal.
Minimum gauge.
Yeah. Minimal gauge, it's, in my personal opinion, I'm a little biased because I live next to Lower Fala, that's always going to be number one for me. However, outside of Lower Fala, it's my number one favourite railway.
I mean,
It is absolutely spectacular.
I would love to see Romney Hive and Dymchurch in train sim.
Just anything 15-inch gauge. Just someone to be brave enough to start the ball rolling.
Yeah, exactly. Innovation. We need more people who are innovative for train sim.
Innovative.
Invasive.
Invasive. Yep. We need more invaders.
Invasion of privacy. Oh, that's a station. Is that where I'm supposed to stop? Oh, I guess not. Never mind. I'm good at this train driving malarkey. Are we supposed to stop at that station? Nah,
I was gonna say,
too late. Well, on my list it says stop at Beth Gellert, so...
stop through a bevy.
Stop for
At
a bit.
Gellert.
There's supposed to be something that goes wrong in this scenario, but nothing. I've had no notification.
You had one about sheep.
Yeah, but that was when I left the station. It said no more sheep-related incidents, but I've had nothing
It
else.
said hopefully there'll be no more sheep-related incidents, and to me that implies that there is about to be a sheep-related incident.
Well, if there already has been, I haven't seen it. Probably because I was I was sitting in the coach, enjoying my bacon sandwich. But who
Well, at
knows?
least you've got your priorities right. I mean, that's always a big thing.
It is very important.
Sandwiches are very important, especially bacon ones.
British Railway Studios is saying, if 15-inch gauge is too small for train sim, could you not just scale it up?
You could, but it's not really that it's too small, it's the scripting for it that's too awkward. Because you can't make 15-inch gauge behave like 15-inch gauge in train sim.
It would just be standard gauge, but made to look different,
Yeah.
really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. Oh, I've got to reduce to 10 miles an hour. Tom Cerrone is saying, if you want a boring heritage railway, the Strasbourg Railroad in Pennsylvania. Well, I'm sure James wouldn't be too happy about you saying that because he kind of edges about that railway, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Our resident American.
one of our many resident Americans.
Incidentally, talking about resident Americans, I think it's this Friday we'll be running the what's it called? The Union Pacific 844 up Sherman Hill.
You are quite right, we will be running the, what's it called?
Up that, what's your face?
The thingy up the, what's-me-call-it.
And Thursday I'll be doing another face video.
I don't think I can face joining in with that. Hey.
Jokes aside, will you be there?
I don't know. I mean, I might be, but I can't make any promises.
I don't know what in your life is more important than joining me for a live stream.
I can think of many, many things.
There is literally nothing in the world that is more important.
There's a lot.
There is absolutely nothing on this planet that is more important.
There is.
Potatoes?
Potatoes.
Oh yeah. I just farted.
Oh, lovely.
What's the speed limit? 10 miles an hour. So we're just approaching Bev Gellert.
Bevy Gallop.
We'll stop here for a bevy. Penn Dennis is asking about the if you'll allow people in the voice call. Chances are no. Every time I've done that in the past, it turns into a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
There's just too many people. Very quickly, it becomes impossible to hear anything. Oh, I've got a red signal. Why is that?
Because there are sheep on the line.
There must be sheep on the line up ahead. Oh, I've just got a request to pass signal that danger is approved, so yeah.
Press X to doubt.
Why would I have a red signal and then just press tab and I can go past it?
Have you never done that in real life, Reese? I mean,
Oh
do
yeah.
you not know anything about signalling?
Yeah.
I mean,
Obviously, every red signal on the main line, I just go tab and then it's like, okay!
yeah, they just have a giant tab button on the, you know, on the console right next to the throttle, and all you do is just, oh, red signal, tab.
Well, I'm 5 minutes early arriving again, so I'm wondering if I've messed the scenario up in some way that some event was supposed to happen.
You mean you're concerned you've actually been too good for the scenario?
Pretty much, yes.
Well, I never.
Well, this is basically the end of this scenario.
Well, this scenario's taken a expected turn.
A very
I
expected
guess.
turn.
It's ended.
I mean, I think we must have missed something.
Do you know what I think? I think you'll have to start again now until you find out what it is you missed.
I don't know what it is, but I've obviously missed something because it was saying about sheep-related incident, but I don't know what it was.
Did you by any chance accidentally run over some sheep and not notice?
Well, I didn't see any that we were passing, so I don't know.
I mean, I'm just basing this purely on, you know, on what happened to the Penrith Valley Railway Permanent Way gang.
Well, we'll take a short wait here for the shuttle service to arrive, time to get yourself a panad before we continue. Whatever a panad is.
It's probably something Welsh, but
I am
since none of us
assuming
here speak Welsh,
this is a Welsh cake or something, I guess. Right, part 2 is finished.
it should be get yourself a Yorkshire pudding.
Let's get ourselves a Yorkshire pudding and carry on.
Do you know what I find the best thing about Yorkshire puddings? Yorkshire puddings are starters. Which means theoretically you could go to a restaurant and you could order just extra Yorkshire pudding. You could have a whole meal of Yorkshire puddings and gravy. And that's just absolutely brilliant.
Let's try part 3 of this scenario.
How many parts are there?
4.
Oh, we're halfway there.
The next part is 40 minutes. Arriving southbound at Beth Gellet, a change of plan is about to take place. Oh, okay. So there's
Your engine has broken down.
Your engine is dead. I'm assuming that the northbound service is going to fail. Oh, there's this on the Feather River Canyon route. There's the Zephyr, California Zephyr.
Yeah.
I might try, because I've got the Feather Canyon route. I might see if I can play that at some point. The California Zephyr. News is reaching us that we may have to amend some workings ahead. Please allow passengers on and off your train, but be prepared for the unexpected. Interesting.
Well, that sounds like something's about to go disastrously wrong.
That's called foreshadowing.
Yep.
Panad is Welsh for a cup of tea. There we go.
You learn something new every day.
Message from control. The shuttle train has run into trouble and has failed. The train is in the loop at Haverdy Lynn. Please leave your carriages here and make your way to rescue the failed set. Make sure you put the handbrakes on this set. Excellent! So we are now going to go and do some rescuing.
The make sure you put the handbrakes on seemed incredibly specific.
It does. Right then.
Well, is that going to be part 4? You didn't put the handbrakes on properly. Now go find your coaches.
Yeah, they've rolled off down the hill. Off we go.
But they've gone home.
Oh, request to pass signal at danger is denied, so I've just passed the red signal. Excellent. Well, they just told me to go and do it. Okay, that's why the points weren't set. Okay, fair enough then. Well, hey!
Wonderful.
Chris is in the chat.
Ooh.
Chris is enjoying the beautiful delights of the North Wales narrow gauge railways. We're in a tunnel. Oh, that, okay, whoops, yeah, brakes.
Have you just done a silly?
Pretty much, I just started looking at my phone and I accelerated to about 26 miles an hour.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, doing a silly is quite often a thing that I do.
No, Reese, never.
Yeah. Would
Not
you ever
you.
believe?
I wouldn't. I would never believe it. Never in 10 years. 1 year.
You haven't
10 minutes.
You haven't known me for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know this little bit of road, or the little bit of track. It's where one of these weird bridges is. Oh, it's the Aberglasslyn Pass.
The who?
This is one of the prettiest stretches of track in the world.
Huh.
In my opinion.
I was gonna say, I'm glad you added that last bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How to annoy a vegan. Step 1, don't be a vegan. It does seem that that triggers them quite quickly, I think. It's not often you see a light engine move with a Double Fairlie rushing through the Abergliston Pass.
That's because normally they follow speed limits.
Well, I am. I'm under the speed limit of 15. I'm only doing 18 and not under it. Shut up. No one asked you.
I'm under the speed limit, he says, while stating that he's over the speed limit.
It's okay.
Is
No.
it?
Yeah, it is. I'm rescuing a failed train. Control said it's fine. Normal rules don't apply to me anymore.
I feel like that's what superheroes are like whenever they destroy half of the world trying to save it.
Pretty much. The world's
It's
going to be
fine, I'm
destroyed by a
saving everyone, it
tsunami.
doesn't matter.
Oh, Chris is saying this stream is far too Welsh. Bit harsh.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, there's not one single LMS loco in sight.
Well,
It's not an
wasn't
route.
wasn't
There's no LMS loco.
you say that, but technically this route was in LMS territory.
Hmm.
It was. It was sorry. LNWR.
Yeah. Mind you, I say that, I'm here driving a LNER thing.
What's an LNER thing?
It's the new A2 that Chris released today.
Oh, the Raven A2, yeah.
Yep. It's quite good, actually.
It does, doesn't it? And
I don't know
think-
why I sound so surprised at that. It's one of
I
Chris's
know.
products. They're always good.
I was gonna say, are you really surprised?
Not really.
One reskin, I know it's not a real reskin, but the BR Express Blue livery, I think that looks spectacular. I know it's not a real livery that it would have carried, but I really do think it looks special.
Well, I am quite glad he's included them, actually, because it means that you can actually, if you want to, do proper BRE skins of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I really want is I want some German-style smoke deflectors.
Or go full Flying Scotsman on it.
Yep,
Oh, that would upset a lot of people, I think.
exactly. Not only that, I want to put it in LMS Crimson Lake as well.
Oh god.
Why, you ask? Because it would improve it.
Oh, is this
Why would it improve it? Because it's LNER.
Is this going on your theory that anything can be improved by painting it in LMS Crimson Lake?
Yeah,
Oh god.
it's a brilliant theory. I mean, I'm waiting for the wooden-bodied Pullman coaches to come out because they can be reskinned into LMS Crimson Lake.
Oh god.
I think you're pronouncing it wrong. It's supposed to be pronounced "oh good."
Potato.
Potato.
Right, where is this loop? I think the loop is just up ahead. There it is. Taliesin has failed.
Big F. Can we get an F in the chat, folks?
Press F to pay tribute. Oh, rebuilt at Boston Lodge Works in 1999.
Ah yes, one of Lee's modern locos.
Modern steam. But yeah, going back to something I was saying earlier, was
hey
up, about the Festinio grill. It could make like 5 or 6 Double Fairlies, modern ones, uber modern with like, you know, oil firing and, you know, single driver working.
Whoa, Reese, oil firing? If we're going for uber modern, what we want is we want electric steam engines.
No.
Come on, Reese. Ultra modern. Electric wires overhead, pantographs.
Yeah, we're gonna electrify the Welsh Highland Railway.
For heritage purposes, of course.
Of course. What else for? Would it be for?
Heritage purposes.
Right, I need to make sure I go into the correct bit. Where do I need to go? North Shunt.
I love this. Reese, who is driving a train on rails and does not need to worry about directions, wants to know where he needs to go.
I was supposed to stop back there. Set the points and shunt onto the failed set. We'll have to do more shunting to leave the loco in the loop. Oh, we're going to leave the loco there, are we? Okay. Fair enough. I'm sure this is a perfectly legitimate shunting move.
I'm sure if it was someone competent doing it, it would be, but
Who needs competency when you've got me?
precisely.
What do you think about the Festiniog Mountaineer new build? Well, they're not doing a new build Mountaineer, are they? They're restoring it, aren't they? It would be interesting to see, because Mountaineer is a beautiful machine. It's an Alco, I think. An American one.
Not quite as nice as Russell,
No. Russell's low.
but then Russell is a Leeds-built engine, so
Oh, here we are. Hudswell Clark bias.
actually it's a Hunslet.
Is it? I thought it was Hudswell
Yeah.
Clark.
No, it's a Hunslet, but that being said, Hunslet and Hudswell Clark were literally next door to each other. And they did eventually become the same company, so... But, yeah, you cannot beat a Leeds-built engine. Change my mind.
Great Western.
My mind is not changed.
It should be.
The best Great Western engine is a Leeds-built engine.
What do you mean it's the best? What is the best Great Western engine then? Oh, you mean
813.
813, which isn't even Great Western in terms of built by the Great Western.
Exactly, because it was built in Leeds.
For the Port Talbot Railway.
Yeah, but it was still built in Leeds.
That's my bay you're talking about.
Exactly.
I feel like
Just for clarification, ladies and gentlemen, and in case Reese tries to deny it, Reese's favourite engine is a Yorkshire-built industrial engine.
Shush.
Ooh, finally getting a turn of speed on the A2. Getting above 25 mile an hour. I forget how weak the pre-grouping engines were.
It's not a bad unit actually for a pre-grouping loco.
Oh no, it isn't, but I was taking 10 Pullmans up a 1 in 70 gradient.
Why was I supposed to stop there? Oh, god damn it.
Reese, why didn't you just take the engine off and put the engine in the loop and then take the coaches?
Because you gotta follow the scenario. Now I have to drop Taliesin in the loop.
Huh.
Why did... Ah, this... Do you know what? This is potato. I'm just gonna do what I thought I should have done in the first place.
Ram it.
Full speed.
Ramming speed. No sheep jerk intended.
There we go. We'll uncouple Taliesin and tally-ho chaps. Off we go.
Tally ho!
And and I didn't set the points.
Good job.
Excellent. It's okay, screw it, I'm just going to do it my own way. I'm dragging a dead loco, it's fine. The Welsh Highland Control Office has given me full discretion at any method I choose to get this job done.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And Chris has just put up an image of some pure pornography.
Oh.
No, I'm not joking. It's not suitable for showing on your channel. It's far too unsuitable.
Is it
it's so far.
813?
No. It's I'll tell you what. Let's play Test Reese's Railway Knowledge. It's the first 460 locomotive to appear in the UK.
The first 460.
Yep.
I think it's something Southern
No.
or London, Brighton and South Coast.
No.
No?
No. In fact, you're at the complete opposite end of the country.
Right, so something Northern?
Well, keep going.
Scotland.
Yep.
Caledonian? No,
No.
The Jones Goods.
Yeah.
There we go. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue.
Look, you have a Jones Goods on the tip of your tongue?
Yeah, well, don't you?
How big is your tongue?
Pretty big. How heavy is a Jones Goods? 100 tons?
A ton? Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
How heavy is your ton?
A metric ton or an imperial ton?
Well, I was more meaning your biological tongue, but
It's a rather personal question, don't you think?
does your tongue weigh a ton?
It does. It does now, anyway.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Reese's tongue weighs a ton.
Yeah, your tongue weighs a ton. Say hooray.
Hooray!
Right, it is... What time in Ging? 11:40. So time to pick up these coaches and leave the dead loco in the siding.
No honour on narrow gauge locos. Any loco that falls behind is left behind.
Yeah, none of this no man left behind bollocks. It's just if you fall on the line, that's it, you're done. I just realised I made a horrible operational error.
What?
I didn't put the handbrakes on these coaches.
That'd be right. Maybe. Ali's still there?
Yeah?
Oh, that's fine, you don't have to worry about it then.
Right. Now proceed to Bethgelert while we figure out what to do with the coaches and the broken loco.
Blow 'em up.
Yep, TNT. There is
TNT
nothing
is
else
always a good solution.
Cause I'm TNT, the dynamite. Let's get back to Bethgelert then, with these coaches.
You can stick them on your train and take even more.
Well, that might not be good for the operation of the railway, but it'd be fun for me.
Exactly.
Jonathan Asiama. Hello, Jonathan. Oh, getting hungry now. I did a classic thing.
Food.
I should have eaten before starting the live stream.
Yes, you should.
Another noob mistake on my part.
Yep. So how many years have you been streaming, Reese?
A lot. Okay,
That's a bit of a rookie mistake, isn't it?
kind of. Well, 3 years streaming, 3 or 4 years, something like that.
3 or 4 years, and you've still not learned to eat.
I know. Oh, I'm just enjoying sitting in the passenger compartment.
Okay, do you want to hear something interesting about this Jones Goods?
Yeah, go on then.
He's made it from scratch in, have a guess how long?
A day.
Come on, this is Chris we're talking about.
Okay, 6 hours.
Keep going.
7 hours.
Other way.
5 hours.
Keep going.
4 hours.
Half it.
No way. You did that in 2 hours.
The picture he's put up in the Caledonia Works Progress on Discord. That's 2 hours worth of work.
Jeez.
I honestly don't know how he does it so quickly.
He's lying.
I think he has superhuman modelling powers.
He's lying.
He sacrificed people to the gods of train sim modelling.
Yes. There is nothing else for it.
That's got to be the only logical solution.
We are now proceeding up the Aberglisson Pass. And I'm working hell out of this loco.
We're gonna say, I love how the scenario's like, well, you've got to just, take the whole train. Just ditch the loco, though. We'll work out what to do with that later. I mean, I'm no expert, but I wouldn't be comfortable leaving my loco just in the middle of nowhere.
It's okay, there's somebody there.
Yeah,
there was
but-
about 15 sweaty teenagers next to it as well.
Oh no. Oh no, it's like Shed 17 all over again.
Oh, good God, no. The original uncut version, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly that, the deleted scene.
Oh, God.
And you know it's bad when it gets deleted from a horror film.
Yeah. I
dear
can't
me.
believe that he included it, and it was even that, like, how horrific his videos were, and that was too far. That was where the line was.
That's where the line. There we go. If we ever need to know where the line is in his videos, it's right there.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing too. Ah man.
I wonder how many people
Shed
have given
17.
PTSD from saying it.
Yep.
Honestly, the first night I watched that film, the original Shed 17,
Yep.
I had like PTSD all night because of it.
Yep. It's one of the most brilliant and horrific things I have ever seen. I think what makes it so horrific is the fact that it's realistic.
Yeah.
Well, to some extent. But it's sort of this. It feels like this is genuinely what it would be like if Thomas was real, and that's the most terrifying thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I do find there's lots
if
of...
you've never seen it, and you don't know what we're talking about, don't go watch it. Don't do it, you will regret it.
You will regret it. You will have
If you survive watching it.
Oh, you survive watching it, you just have to live with what you've seen.
Yep. Yeah. Nope, that's it. I'm not sleeping tonight anymore.
Nope, that's the end of that. Who needs sleep?
I won't be able to sleep. I'll be up all night rocking backwards and forwards in the corner.
Shaking.
Yep.
How much further do we have to go? 0.7 of a mile. The ending of Project G1 is something you have to watch.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the ending was.
I can't, and it's something I wish I couldn't.
Oh, was it the one where the guy, Ted, has been captured by Fat Control and turned into a truck? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just like, it's like it zooms out and there's not just one, there's like a whole army of them.
Yeah.
And no, the memories. Go away!
The memories are coming flooding back.
I don't want them to come flooding back, I want them to go away! Oh, the trauma.
Oh, I do wonder what we're going to see next from him. Like
from G2.
Yeah, what could possibly come next from what he was doing?
I don't know, and I don't want to.
I am so intrigued by it. Like, there's got to be something.
I don't know where can he take it from there?
I don't know.
Like, what could he possibly come up with to traumatise us even more? Why are we asking this question? This is just tempting fate.
Nathan has already got PTSD and night terrors anyway, so he doesn't want any more. Well, too late. This is happening.
Oh god. Wireless.
Oh, the Western Flyer has returned from his piano lesson. That is Barney. Barney has returned from his
Mr.
flying.
Piano Man.
So I've dragged these coaches back to Beth Gellert, but how am I going to continue with my journey?
Because you've just put a load of coaches in the way.
Yeah, they didn't think this through.
What you're going to have to do is you're actually going to have to go, like, you're going to have to go back out and you're going to have to put your engine between the coaches and run it as a push-pull train.
So we're going Great Western Auto Coach style.
Yep.
Excellent.
Or alternatively, what you do is you take all of the coaches out, push them up the loop and then try running round.
Yes, that's the only alternative.
But I don't know if there'll be enough room in the loop.
Yeah, you'd be right.
Haha, Yorkshire saying again. Although I've got to admit, I'm quite happy out of all the Yorkshire sayings you could pick up, you pick up B8.
Stop at Big Gellert North Shunt and then couple all these coaches to the front of Medrin MS at Beth Gellert southbound. So I'm assuming I'm just adding this to my train.
It seems like it.
We now have 2 trains and 1 loco far away from home. Thanks to your work, driver. Control will soon be in touch regarding how to sort this all out. Excellent, that's what I like to hear.
What? Someone has a plan? I hate it when that happens.
I know. It's terrible.
It is, it's awful. I mean, someone just comes up to you and you're like, can you take this stuff somewhere? And you turn around and you go, no.
No.
Nah, not my job. Trains failed in section here, that's their problem. Bye.
Not my problem, Chief.
Don't get paid for that. fact, I don't get paid at all.
Come on, Control. Give me instructions. I'm assuming that I'm just waiting for instructions from Control.
That's not going to be like part 4, is it?
Well, there is a part 4, yeah.
I'm just thinking, is it possible that part 4 is the instructions?
What, of how to do this whole scenario?
Well, I mean, like, that's not supposed to be the end of the scenario, is it?
Dunno. Oh, yeah. Come on, Control.
Ooh. I've just had an idea for what I can reskin the A2 into.
What?
LNWR line black.
Oh. Now that would be an interesting one.
Do you know what? I may just get on with that immediately.
Nice.
I think that'd look interesting.
Right, come on. It said that we're waiting for Control to tell us what to do next, but in my list of instructions it says just carry on. Screw it. I'm just gonna carry on. We'll be waiting here all day. Right, we'll just run forward into that head shunt. We'll switch the points there. Perfect. And we'll just attach them to the end. What could possibly go wrong?
If I had a penny for every time something went wrong after someone said what could possibly go wrong, I would have more than 1 penny.
You would, you'd have 2 pennies.
I would have 2 pennies. I'd be rich.
Hooray!
I could retire off that.
You could. Oh, brakes. Oh god.
I should set up a GoFundMe. GoFund Sam's retirement, looking for 2 pennies.
Bang.
Bish bash bosh.
Thanks to you, driver, people can now carry on with their day out visiting the charming town of Bethgelert. We will now have to await further instructions from Control. And that is the end of that scenario, so we'll load up the next bit. Oh, go away with your workshop items.
Yeah, okay, bye bye.
Okay. After rescuing the stranded passengers, we are now stuck at Bethgelert. Follow the instructions from Control to get this railway back on track. I see what it did there.
Haha, I made a railway joke.
It's almost as bad as my Double Fairlie joke.
It was a fairly bad joke.
It was.
I don't think the 32 is going to make it up the hill.
Oh,
I
great.
may have made a terrible decision.
So
What are we all grading at?
I can't actually play the scenario
Why?
because it's saying the class 158 can't be loaded.
Can you not press like F2 and then cancel?
Yes, I can.
There you go.
Okay, well that I've learned something new.
Yep.
I did not know you could do that. But now that we have added these 3 coaches to the Carnarvon end of the train and the southbound platform, we need to run round and proceed to Porthmadog. Make sure the handbrakes on or are on before uncoupling, otherwise we'll have some runaways to attend to. Me? Runaways? I laugh at the sight of runaways.
So do all your viewers.
They do.
Yes, runaways, that sounds very unreese-like.
Well, the scenario's just told me to take on water and coal just in case. That's called foreshadowing.
Yeah. You could rename the stream that.
Well, call it,
That's called foreshadowing.
now that's what I call foreshadowing. Let's take on some coal.
Are you old enough for that?
No.
Is it legal?
No.
Great.
Well, I've just loaded 2 tons of coal in about 5 seconds.
Well, yeah, have you never tried loading coal before?
Yeah, I that's one of the things, the popular misconceptions about coal is that you can load literally hundreds of tons in moments.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
about a ton a second.
you just have to believe.
Yeah.
That's all that it takes. You just have to believe. Right, let's take on water. Because it says, I'm pretty sure it's foreshadowing, so we will take on water here. Of course, that was also the quickest thing of water I've ever done in my life.
Well, water is equally as quick at loading as coal. I mean, honestly, Reese, it's like you've never tried loading coal or water before.
I know, right? Request to pass signal at danger is approved.
That sounds dangerous.
It is. It's incredibly dangerous. I would be very worried if I were them.
I am very worried, and I'm not even them. I'm very worried, and I don't have any responsibility whatsoever.
Well, I've just dumped the brakes, but I'm just flying off down towards Porthmadog. Apparently it's raining. Hooray!
Lovely.
Beautiful Welsh weather.
It's raining, it's pouring. It's stereotypical Welsh weather.
I would help if I was actually touching the buffers before I tried to couple up.
Ah, yes, that classic mistake. Going under when you're still about a foot away from the coaches.
What do I need to do now? Stop at Bedgellet North Shunt. Well, I've skipped about 5 steps, yeah? So it hasn't kept up with what I've been doing. It's one of the things that annoys me about...
Right.
Yeah. It's still telling me to go via the North Head Shunt.
Okay.
So that means the scenario is not very happy.
Yeah.
Right. I'll just have to push this whole consist back up the hill. Just to kick-start the scenario into working properly.
What the hell was that?
There was a motorbike going past.
That sounded absolutely horrific. Oh man.
So, just to explain to everybody, I have to go up to the North Shunt now because the scenario is being retarded.
Or, you know, Reese's. Either or.
Not possible, mate. Right, will it work this time?
No. Next question.
Yes, it did. Go via the northbound one. Okay, so it wants me, it's insisting that I go via the northbound platform. So we're going to go via the northbound platform to the South Shunt.
Have you got all your carriages attached?
Yes. It's because the scenario is being potato. This is the thing about Train Sim World does this every now and then. There's a lot of scenarios which are made by the game developer, not a third-party developer, but by the game developer, which they've released, and they don't work. You have to do silly things like this.
Are you surprised though?
No, it's just daft. It's just really daft.
Yep.
But I do realise that I'm ever so slightly speeding now, guys, but I'm just getting a little bit peeved off with this scenario now, so I just want to get it sorted as quickly as we can so we can actually get on with the scenario. Have we gone far enough now? Yes, we should have. Oh, don't tell me I can't stop now. Come on. Push.
And stop anywhere there. Stop anywhere there. Stop anywhere there. Stop anywhere there!
Now it's telling me to couple up to the consist.
Well,
It's telling me to couple up to the coaches that I've already got.
yeah, that could be good fun for you.
Well, let's go back. I'll uncouple and then recouple up.
Do you know what? I have the urge to put a really big American-style headlamp on the Jones Goods.
Nice.
I think it would suit it. Like that and the snowplow in winter.
Right, it's pick up passengers from the southbound platform, which I've done for the second time. Now hopefully the scenario will actually be back on track. Worth it.
Oh, speaking of a resident American, we should stop speaking about him now.
Yeah, we should.
Oh, hello? Reese, don't tell him we were talking about him.
Oh, I already know you at least mentioned American things because I was just watching the stream for a couple of minutes.
Damn it, we've been rumbled.
This train is longer than the rule book permits a double fairly to haul on the Welsh Highland Railway, but under the circumstances we have permission in this instance. Well, that's not really how rules work. If the rules say no, there's a reason that the rules say no.
Yeah.
Bit dumb. Oh well.
Do you want to break
I'm no
our
British
regulations?
train rule regulations expert, but that doesn't make sense.
I've had someone specifically tag me in Discord just to ask me not to put a lamp on the Jones Goods.
Why?
Well, now they've specifically tagged me and asked me not to, I'm gonna have to do it.
It's got to be done.
I think it will suit it.
Yeah. I think it needs an American smokebox style cow catcher as well.
Oh, I could add one of them.
Nice.
I could also add the American style spark arrestor as well.
Yes. Do you know something I'm thinking about doing for a live stream as well? One of the other ones I'm going to do. I want to try and add child objects to like wagons.
It should be doable.
So like I want to make, you know, there's the well troll wagon. I want to add like a generator and sleepers and people standing on it, you know, that sort, so it looks like a permanent way train.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be doable.
It's just knowing where all those assets are is the thing,
Yeah.
and what files to use, because I could download them from UK Train Sim, because there's like a permanent way pack which is on UK Train Sim. You just gotta know where the location is.
Yeah.
Because there's like, in the permanent way pack on UK Train Sim, there's like wheelbarrows, acetylene gas bottles, sleepers, you know, lights, searchlights, signs, all sorts of stuff for doing permanent way work.
As long as you don't leave them in the middle of the rails.
But it just means that I could have scenes where the permanent way crew are actually like, you know, taking the permanent way equipment up the line. You know, wagons filled with sleepers and stuff. That's something I would really like to do.
Yeah, I reckon it would be doable.
It'd be right.
Be right.
So how is the land of America? Oh, that's very interesting, James. I'm really glad you told me that about America.
Thanks for the contribution.
I'm assuming he's dead.
I think
No, I just had to
no,
muted so
yeah.
you wouldn't hear me crunching chips.
Oh, okay.
by chips do you mean crisps?
Pringles, to be exact.
Pringles.
Aha, he does.
Pizza Pringles.
Oh, they are.
He's a Pringle.
I
Ooh.
love pizza Pringles.
Yeah. Anyway, the land of America. Well, now that
It's
I've got my
American.
voice most of the way back, I'm good to go. My dad gave me a little bit of some sickness that caused me to almost lose my voice.
Epic.
That would have been disastrous.
What's even more annoying is yesterday my coordinator wasn't there at the factory, so guess who had to wear the radio while still dealing with a voice restoration?
Beautiful.
I'm gonna guess you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, who's good at guessing?
Same as me, like
Well,
guessing the Jones goods.
Take into consideration the fact that I left it wide open for you to get the obvious answer. No, Mark, I do not play poker.
Poker's a great
Your
game to
joke
play. You go
kinda-
up to people and you just
your joke
poke
kinda
'em.
fails.
I know a lot of people don't appreciate it in today's climate, though, Sam.
Yeah, it is a bit disappointing, really.
Yeah, too many.
Just
Too many
you can't
things have
play it
changed.
the same. Yeah,
It used to be great,
I
just
mean-
randomly poking people, but yeah.
yeah. Poker, it was a great game, but you know,
That judge called it sexual harassment, you know.
yeah, it's never been the same since.
It was a landmark case, that one.
Yep.
Something randomly popped up on my newsfeed right when I was looking at it while I was talking to you guys.
Was it about how potatoes changed the world?
Not really.
Potatoes changed the
It was
world.
on the Severn Valley Railway Facebook page.
Oh.
I have a lot of the British Heritage Railways followed because I like their kind of a lot of cool stuff, of course. Plus, I want to be able to keep track of things in the event that I do actually get the chance to head over across the way and check it all out.
Well, if you ever do get the chance to pop over here, open invitation. You are more than welcome to come and have a look at BLS.
You can
Yeah,
go to the
then-
Motive Power Shed at Oxenhope and write your name on a pannier as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can go sign it.
And then the three of us can all meet up, and then Sam and I can actually beat you up about the GWR in person. I mean, what?
Yeah.
We can take him to the National Railway Museum and show him all the LMS stuff there.
Oh, you mean the
Yes.
London and North Eastern
Yes.
Museum?
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's still in Yorkshire, so
It is basically the London and North Eastern Railway Museum.
yeah, it is. Apart from the what is it? Is it like the Royal Hall or whatever they call it nowadays? Which has got the Crab and the Midland Spinner in,
Oh yeah.
and the Midland coaches, and then the rest of it's pretty much LNER.
Yeah, there was no representation of Great Western when I was there last.
I think is there a star that's preserved there?
No, that's
And
been
I
taken
think-
to Swindon.
Oh, has that been moved now?
Yeah.
But to get back
And-
onto what I was trying to say,
And City of Truro
On
has
the-
been
on
taken
the-
there as well.
Oof.
On the
City
Severn
of
Valley
Nashville.
Facebook page earlier today, they posted about having a lit up Christmas train this year for Christmas.
Oh, joys.
Well, it brings in the money.
They're basically taking Canadian Pacific's idea over here in North America.
Fun fact, the Welsh Highland Railway were the first railway to do Santa specials and specific Christmas trains.
Were they?
Yep.
So it's the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway that we could blame then.
The Keighley and Welsh Highland Railway should have copyrighted the idea.
Should have.
We'd get that much from it now, we wouldn't have to run Christmas trains.
Exactly.
Although, to be fair, the Christmas trains are one of the best trains to work on.
Oh, there's a guy underneath Taliesin.
That's healthy.
There's a van has turned up to
Well.
fix it as well.
Are they hitting it with a hammer?
Yes, they are.
Oh good, it'll be fixed in no time. It's a well-known fact, if hitting it with a hammer doesn't fix it, then it's well and truly fucked.
Exactly. If
Of
it-
course, this does create some issues when you try and fix windows.
It does. You just got to be a bit more creative.
Yeah, you've got to hit it a bit more gently. Oh no, my window's crap. Maybe if I hit it with a hammer, it'll fix it.
It does actually, because in the process of fixing the window, you have to replace it. So then the hammer removes the old glass.
Yep, there we go.
So it does actually work.
It does.
Right.
I had a
Left.
fun weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, the Indian Transportation Museum got to do its first railway rides in months.
Ooh.
One with the local rail line over here that hasn't seen an actual train since I was like 7 or 8. And we did speeder rides on it.
Ah, nice.
It's a start. The funny thing is, we used a Canadian National speeder and a Great Northern speeder deep in the heart of former Pennsylvania Railroad territory. At least on the western edge of the old Pensy system.
Ah. It's just like taking Duchess of Sutherland on the Great Western Main Line.
How dare you?
Has that been done?
Yep, several times.
Aha!
Who's done that then?
Well, I mean, in real life,
Oh.
not specifically Train Simulator.
Oh.
Although, haven't you done it in Train Simulator?
I might
Newts?
have. Might have. Oh no, how
Yeah.
far, we didn't. We only got so far, and then we had to give up because there was no water.
Ah, yeah, that route.
No, I think we need to rerun that race from London to Penzance. But
Well,
we'll-
that's planned.
We'll have to modify the tender so it has infinite water, and we'll just have
Well-
timed stops for water stops.
Either that, or you'll just have to keep doing it until you actually get it to work.
Nah, screw that.
But yeah, we have got that planned for the final challenge in the What's the Jiggy Bobby.
The Best of Britain series.
That's the one. I love how you got that from What's the Jiggy Bobby.
I don't know why you call it the best of. I don't know why you call it the best of Britain. It's going to be all LMS.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Because the LMS is the best of Britain.
I think the Welsh Highlanders. Faster locos,
Greece
better
needs-
quality service.
I think
Nah.
Greece just needs to admit the LMS is the best.
No. It will never happen.
You know what? It's funny you mention that because didn't we say like one of the prizes for the Best of Britain challenge is that
Shut up.
the winner would get a spoken message from you yourself admitting that whatever railway company they wanted you to admit is best.
Maybe.
Which would mean if someone run with LMS locos,
Say a certain person in this chat talking already.
oh no, not me. I mean, I can get Reese to admit LMS is best at any time.
No, the thing is that it means you'd actually have to win.
That's true. It should be interesting.
There's thunder and lightning outside.
Very, very frightening.
Thunder, bunch of lightning, very, very frightening. Sausage.
Mark is asking, can GW locos be used in the Best of Britain races, or do they not count?
Heh.
They do count. They can be used. In fact, Reese, we do need to actually go through that at some point.
Yes, we do.
I would like to try and have all the rules and everything all set up for it by the end of the year.
Yeah, me too.
And then, if we get everything set up by then, it's just a case of putting it into action.
Yeah, exactly.
Could probably do, we're trying to do the same for Over the Hills.
Yeah. I've got a pretty good idea where I'm going with that. I just need to actually get on with it.
Yeah.
God, this route is just so long.
Well, it's not necessarily the length, it's the speed limit as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a case of poetic justice.
What?
Man's truck stolen while he was robbing store across the street.
There's always a bigger fish.
Okay, quite right.
Are we nearly there yet?
We've still got a while, I think.
Apparently, Mark was making a joke, but it didn't work out too well.
What's he done?
When he asked about it, the great GWR stuff didn't count.
Oh, I get the joke you were going through. He was implying that Great Western isn't the best of Britain and so it doesn't count.
Oh,
I mean, I'm assuming that's what they were going for.
Now, this part of the Welsh Highland Railway is just uber boring.
you're uber boring.
You're uber boring.
You're boring Uber.
Do you know what? I'm gonna dislike this video.
Why would you do
Somebody
this?
already did. Somebody already did. I would imagine that might have been you, Sam.
I've just disliked it
Why would you do this to me, Sam?
because,
Why this?
as your friend, Reese, it's my duty to provide you with support.
Now, there's a second one.
A third. There's three.
Good.
There's
Very
three now.
good.
Right, let's identify who has disliked the video so far. Leave a
Me.
comment. Leave a comment in the video chat, and then we'll dish out the bans later.
It was nice knowing you, Reese.
Yep.
I guess I'll just go off and start grumbling about you. I mean, what?
Yeah. Well, I expect nothing different from you, James.
I'm just gonna put this image in the voice call chat to explain why I dislike this video.
I really shouldn't have to explain myself.
Well, you should.
I live in the land of free speech, so I'm allowed to say what I want.
He lives in Freedom Land.
The land of the free, the home of the brave. Where the rights of men are all equal unless you're gay, black, Jewish, or from any minority in any way. Basically.
Yeah, but you know what? It's great if you're a white male, isn't it?
White male and British.
Ungrateful colonials.
I know, right?
Although you have got to
Oh
laugh.
no,
I
this
mean,
no.
if
To get
you
off the
look,
subject before it gets too dodgy.
oh no, I'm not going to dive too dodgy, but just quickly before we do move on, look at Australia and look at America and look at the two countries today and the reputations they both have. Australia is where we send all our criminals, and America is where we send all our rich. And look at the difference.
Well, Canada is mostly where we send our riches.
Well, yeah, okay, but I mean, Canadians are okay.
I wouldn't know. I've never been to Canada.
Neither have I, but they have a good stereotypical reputation, so that'll do for me.
I've been to
The only
Canada.
reason I would want to go to Canada is to go to Ontario to see the Ontario Southland, where they have some old F7As in EMD F7As in freight service.
Yeah, the
Like,
nice thing
seriously.
about Canada is it's cold.
Yeah, I do not want to go to Canada in winter. Don't make me go to Canada in winter. You cannot.
I will.
Well, NK Productions has been attacked by Streamlabs for the foul language. Well, it warned, excuse me. It's only attacked if it's Reese. I mean,
Yep. What?
what? Anyway, back to what I was saying, though. This just popped. I just looked at this on my news feed. It says Mr. Wong's Chinese restaurant. We have chicken sandwiches, though it might be cat.
You gotta love stereotypical jokes
And the
based on
cat's in the
stereotypes.
kettle.
Although, that being said, I have actually noticed around my local area, a lot of ham is actually no longer ham. It's actually turkey substitute, but it says it really, really small in the corner.
James,
And, yeah, that's a thing.
James, don't say anything.
What in the world just happened?
No, watch the live stream and you'll notice what I did. Have you spotted it yet?
Reese,
Yeah,
did you leave the handbrakes on?
I might have.
Did you leave the
Time to
handbrakes on
break
for
out
the
the old
entire
me.
run?
Time to break out the nearly year-old me.
Has it really been a year?
October,
Wow.
so it's getting close. October when
But-
he flat spotted the Queen Mary brake fan wheels.
My God,
That
is
is
it really a year since
terrifying.
then? That's mad.
That is absolutely terrifying.
It was like mid to late October 2018 when it happened.
Jeez,
You know what that means, don't you, Reese?
we're getting
And
old.
just think a year later your life has drastically changed.
Just think what it's going to be like next year.
Yeah. Even worse.
Like, just picture that this time next year. The madness.
Oh yeah.
Reese will be streaming at like 2 in the morning because it's the only time he'll be able to.
Because I won't be able to sleep.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you'll hear, ah! Reese, can you get that?
You'll hear the sound of crying, but that'll be Reese, not
Yeah,
his
it'd be
kid.
me, I was gonna say.
Like, I just want to sleep. I've gotta go pilot it. Gotta go pilot in the morning.
Yeah, actually, that's an interesting point, Reese. Do you ever like have anyone come up to you and ask what you do, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm a pilot?
Yeah, lots of times, and people will go, "Oh, that must be cool. Who do you fly for?" And then I have to explain that I don't fly planes,
Yeah.
and then everybody's like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a pilot,
Yep.
but I don't fly." And then they're like, "Well, what kind of pilot are you?"
And you're like, a marine pilot.
I'm the actual pilot. There was marine pilots a long time before airline pilots.
That is true. Say I am the original pilot, the proper pilot.
Yes.
I am not any of this fake pilot nonsense.
With this loco, it doesn't seem to matter what I do with the reg or the reverser. It seems to top out at about 19.2 miles an hour.
Well, that's probably a good thing considering the speed limit.
Yeah. I just want to get to Porthmadog now.
Yeah, it's reached the point where it's dragged too long and Reese needs to go eat food.
I should have eaten something.
Yeah. Reese, you'll be withering away. There'll be
Yeah.
nothing left of you.
I'll be dead.
Rip Reese.
I've already decided what I want for my funeral when I do die.
You want to be involved in an absolutely horrific train crash?
No, I want to. Let's just say if I do ever get some horrible disease where it's basically confirmed that I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do an Evil Knievel inspired stunt where I get on a motorbike and then drive down a massive ramp and jump through like a big burning loop and then crash into a massive pile of cardboard boxes which then explode with like enormous explosions.
And then you miraculously survive and spend the rest of your life, like, completely and totally physically and semi-mentally disabled,
Yes.
eating out of a straw.
Well, I'd be okay with that. Wouldn't have to do any
I come
cooking.
back eating out of a straw. What did I miss?
Not much. That's pretty much all there was to it.
Oh, Mark. Reese funeral music. Baba, Black Sheep.
Oh, he's funny, isn't he?
He is.
Mark is so funny.
I think he's funny. I also think his jokes are really bad. And that's what makes them funny.
It says pick up passengers from Porthmadog. Oh, it just says go via the Welsh Highland Railway. It doesn't say stop.
I was gonna say, is it gonna want you to actually, like, stop, pick up passengers and go on to the Festiniog Railway?
No, it'll
Like
end,
you've
it will end at Porthmadog.
No, that's it now, Reece. You've got to go all the way up to Blanau, Festiniog.
Oh god. It's 3 hours from Carnarvon to Porthmadog. I'm not going up to Blaenau Festiniog as well.
Do it.
Oh, I wish I didn't have to stop then. I'm running low on boiler pressure now.
Under pressure.
Boiler pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Pressure falling down on me. Then second valve for you. Get your ass shoveling. Under pressure. We've got a timetable to keep to. If we're gonna beat the LNER to Glasgow. Do 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 do. This is me trying to improvise a song, by the way.
I'm gonna say, Reese, I don't think improvising songs is your natural talent.
I thought I did quite a good job actually, so screw you.
Well, I mean, I'm not really about that, but okay.
Alright.
I mean, what?
Oh, Neil M8329 telling Mark, told Mark, bad Mark for a bad joke.
Talking about the Raven A2 stream, what route should we do?
I don't know, but I think you should have a go on the Cockermouth Keswick Penrith with a Penrith Railway
You
at some
reckon?
point. Maybe not Willie Tula. It's a big old hill.
Oh, this is where we cross the main line.
The A2, I believe it mostly worked. Well, it did mostly work the East Coast Main Line, but I think it was sort of a. I think they worked around the York area. Not sure. You might be better asking Chris.
Because I'm just wondering what to use for the, you know, for the live stream of it. I was thinking about the Port Road, but again, I don't know.
Yeah.
We are soon approaching Porthmadog. Echoes of Steam. Penn Dennis is saying Echoes of Steam. It's on Steam Workshop. You can go from York to Newcastle.
Yeah, I've got Echoes of Steam, but it's okay, but I don't know, in my opinion, there's not really any outstanding LNER routes in Train Sim.
Yeah.
Well, certainly not end-to-end routes.
Yeah, we just crossed the bridge. We're now going through the main highway in the town.
We've just crossed over to the other side.
Hello from the other side.
Now, Reese, your improv might not be great, but the songs you know are truly outstanding.
I know, right? We've made it, chaps. We've made it to Porthmadog. And there is no platform for me to stop.
Well, that's, yeah. Due to someone nicking the platform, you'll just have to get off here.
Well, there is no platform, so we'll just have to improvise the best we can here. So, yeah, everybody off. That's it. We're done. Just to take
That's it, we're there now. Get out. Bugger off. Go away.
I mean, I don't think anyone will get off, but yeah.
Suddenly, people got off.
Go via port discs. Well, I'm there. Port Road 4. Where's Port Road 4?
Isn't that, like, up in Scotland somewhere?
What, it wants me to put them in the siding?
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that. Screw it. I'm done. I am done. As far as I'm concerned, I have completed the job. I've brought everybody back to Porthmadog. And so, 3 hours after we started, from Carnarvon, Dinas to Carnarvon, then Carnarvon, all the way to Porthmadog, we have done it. Oh yeah, Nathan is right. I was paid to crash.
you were. And I don't think anyone paid you more not to crash.
So we'll have to do some form of crash, won't we?
Oh, no, they crash out.
I think what you need right about now is a traditional train sim dump file.
I'm sure it won't take long to get one of them.
Probably not.
Since I was paid to crash, here we go. Let's just do a little crash just to keep everybody happy.
We're just gonna do a nice gentle crash here today.
Oh, it was Reese that crashes or anything but gentle.
Well, okay, it wasn't exactly the most spectacular crash, but it was a crash nevertheless. So there we go, we did crash. And player train derailed. So that is it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all that. We will be streaming tomorrow night on the Dead Poachers Society, both on YouTube and Twitch. And Thursday night I'll be back on AWP with the face. We'll be adding faces, so remember, get on the Facebook group and vote for whatever logo you want faces added to. And Friday we'll be doing something else. So make sure you keep an eye on the event list, because we got a lot planned this month and more to come. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you whenever you join us next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.